And welcome to Homecoming 2017, the big parade. Thank you to everybody joining us on CPTV, Comcast Cable Channel 12, Twin Lakes Cable Channel 953. Joining me is Jody Hancock as always. And Jody, this year should be another good parade.
Yeah, Gary, it should be. We've got 60 entries that's going to be coming through with anywhere from our queens of the county to our homecoming queen to our football team, cheerleaders, and some pretty awesome floats that are going to come through here in just a few minutes.
And we always say it would be tough to judge these floats. What's the theme of this year's parade?
The theme this year we chose was Rise Up Dragons. That's our school motto for this year, and we want our students to excel in their academics, so we want that to rise up, but we want to rise up as a community and support our kids, in all the sports activities they do. So we just chose Rise Up Dragons because we want them to get the best education that they can get and to succeed this year in all their sport activities.
Well, the parade's already got started, so we're going to take a quick time out for a word from Progressive Savings Bank, and we'll be back with more from the parade.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your number one fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back here we're in front of the Reigns Agency as my commercial won't stop. It just loves to be played. We're here in front of the Reigns Agency, and Jody, we want to thank the folks at the Reigns Agency for the use of their Wi-Fi, and they did a great job getting us set up here and allowing us to do this live.
Absolutely, Gary. We have a lot of people in this community that's always rising to the challenge to help us with anything we need. So we do thank Progressive Savings Bank because they put a lot into our school and our children.
Speaking a lot into, had a great big concert and bonfire last night.
We did, Gary, and I want to take a moment just to thank MetaThrift and Acres Construction, Southeast Drywall, the YAI Quarterback Club, DC's Body Shop, Jimmy Johnson, Bilberry Entertainment, Cheryl's, I think it's coming to the Chuckwagon Cafe, Rudd's Ribs, Express Market and Deli. We just had a great turnout, and we're just so thankful to all those people, and we really want to say thank you to MetaThrift for pulling it all together and helping us out.
We're going to have to get Josiah the Jackhammer to sing for us. The Sing Jackhammer, that could be his nickname.
Well, if you weren't there last night to hear him, you missed it because he did an awesome job, and so yeah, you need to get him to sing for you.
We've got the parade making its way slowly toward us now. Jody, we mentioned several entrants in this parade.
We do. We have 60 entrants, and like I said, there's queens, there's the top three superlatives, our grand marshal, ROTC. All of the entries mostly are clubs and activities from the school. We do have some queens here from in the county, but most of them are entries from the school. And like I said, 4 awesome floats. I have been there all week, and when you see the floats come by, you'll know why I say that. They've put some time and energy into it, and they turned out really well.
there's a lot of other contests and stuff going on all week as well.
There was. We've had a door decorating contest, and of course, all of the freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors are in spirit competition, and of course the float competition. So those winners will be announced at halftime tonight. Also, we've had a business decorating contest. Last couple of years, we've not had that, but we chose to start that back up, and we had some good entries for that too. So just a lot of, and we had an awesome pep rally this morning. Miss Danielle Voles does a great job with the cheerleaders, and they put on an awesome pep rally, and the drama club did a little skit this morning, and we've just had a great homecoming 2017 at York Institute.
Now, of course, it all culminates tonight with the big game, folks. Tonight's a huge game, York and Oneida. It's not a region matchup, but Oneida bringing the number 8 team in Class AA into the Dragon Pit, the third ranked team that York's going to face this season.
Yeah, so pregame stuff is going to start at 6:35 tonight, and then of course kickoff will be at 7. So we look forward to seeing everybody out.
Coming through first, we've got Sheriff Michael Reagan and Chief Ken Hancock.
Yeah, and we want a shout out to the police department. They always make sure that the school and our kids are safe, and we appreciate that.
And behind that, we have York's ROTC.
We do. Fine looking young men and women.
And then we've got behind that Mr. Phil Brown, I believe, with our
Grand
Marshal.
And that is Mr. Baxter Wilson. We chose Baxter for he has been different. He's held different positions at York Institute, and he used to do our announcing at the games, and we're just so thankful for him because he always rose up to the challenge. And of course our theme is Rise Up Dragons, so we chose Mr. Baxter Wilson, and we want to thank him for his.
Now wait a minute, we've got the cheerleaders behind. I don't hear no noise.
Yeah.
So I'm going to wander right out here with them. Come on, you're going to have to make a little more noise than that.
Yes, good.
Y to the A, A to the I, Y to the A to the I, Y.
Okay, we got the girls. Now we're going to get the football team. And here, first we're going to get Derwin to come by. Derwin's going to run over me.
Go Dragons!
All right, guys, let's make some noise. Better than cheerleaders. Come on, guys, keep making. And they're ready.
Yeah. We sure hope so. And behind them we have the YAI Pep Club.
And the Pep Club's going to come through throwing out candy. And Pep Club always a big for York.
They are, and if you'll notice tonight, they all sit together in the bottom corner, and they really make some noise, Gary.
And then behind that we have?
It's another load of the Pep Club.
So the Pep Club, that's how many Pep Club you have. You got more than that, though, a whole lot more than that.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure that we've got 250 kids in the Pep Club. So
the Pep Club coming through. Russell Beatty, man in the wheel there. Pep Club 2 there.
And right behind them we have our football prince and princess, Mr. Easton Koger and Leah Bowden.
As they come through. And then behind that we have?
We have the 2017 football queen, Miss Hattie Grace Potter.
So that's our first queen. And now, of course, they'll also announce the queens tonight, the homecoming queens later tonight.
They will, and that like I said, that starts at 6:35. We're going to be announcing the royalty, as we call them, the top 3 superlatives of York Institute, and then we will have the queens, homecoming queen, and the football queen, and Miss Mountaineer.
And so right now we have coming up.
This is the 2017 homecoming prince and princess, Mr. John Bryson Davidson and Miss Daly Marie Brannon.
They're coming through, waving to the crowd. And behind that we have?
Is the 2017 homecoming queen, Miss Maddie Ipock.
And she's throwing out candy to the crowd. A lot of candy being thrown out. All the people at the dentist office, you're welcome. Behind that we have?
We have Mr. and Mrs. YI, and that is Mr. Ty Reagan and Miss Soshan West. And like
Yeah.
I said, that if you come tonight, these will be announced at pregame. So come out and see them again.
And behind that we have?
The Duke and Duchess of Citizenship, and that is Mr. Dylan Smith and Miss Abby Tate. Woo!
And they get bombed with candy here. Come on.
And behind them, we have the Prince and Princess of Personality, Mr. Jarrett Reed and Amanda Threet.
Now Jarrett's got a big job tonight. He's got to keep those Indians off our quarterback.
Yeah. And behind him, we have the 2017 Miss Mountaineer, and that's Miss Shelby Story.
She'll come through waving to the crowd. Then we have another beauty pageant winner.
Well, no, this is our
queen.
This is our senior attendant, Miss Hannah Asbury.
Could be queen.
Yeah, absolutely. All these girls are beautiful. So as they come, this is all, and behind them we have the senior class favorites. That's Courtney Taylor and Justin Peebles.
And then we have the float, which is a dragon rising up from the mountain.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, they have put some hours in this week. And behind them is the military ball sweetheart, Miss Kendall Owens.
And behind that we have
The class of 2019 junior attendant, Kyra Sparks.
Kyra moving through.
So behind them we have the class favorites and class vice president, Miss Abigail Duval and Landrick Lefew.
Who happens to be the quarterback of the football team. So we're expecting big things from Landrick tonight.
And behind him, we have the class of 2019 class officers.
And they are Abigail Beatty, Vice President Abigail Duval, Treasurer Lauren Jones, Secretary Olivia Reagan, Reporter Maggie Wright, and Sergeant Arms Shelby Story. She slowed down enough for me to read it. That's good because I read really slow.
And here is the class of 2019 float.
And they have a huge football field, and they got the Dragons with boxing gloves on, rising up over their opponents, knocking out the Indians.
So I told you they put some work into these floats, and I thought they've done an awesome job. And now we're going to have Miss Emma Hewling. She is the Allard Crush Homecoming Queen. And on there with her also is the South Fentress Crush Homecoming Queen, Gracie Hall.
And then behind that we have
The Pine Haven Crush Homecoming Queen, and that's Lacey Patton.
Now, they had their homecoming Tuesday night.
Yes.
Had a good turnout for that.
They did, so we've had two.
Unfortunately, they didn't win.
Well, can't win them all. And behind her is the York Elementary Crush Homecoming Queen, Miss Sage Smith.
And so the Crush, and here comes the Crush football team. They had an outstanding year this year. They're going to be playing in that third place game on Saturday. So check out, we'll have the time for that. I believe they're going to play at 6:30, if I'm not mistaken, is what Ryan told me.
And you have to remember that these are the future Dragons, so we want to be supportive of our Crush and be thankful to their coaches and all that they do to get them ready before they come to high school.
And Coach Ryan Reed and his boys coming through. These guys up. I hope you're not the quarterback. Oh, good shot. Good shot. He hit me right in the head.
And behind them, we've got the Bulldog cheerleaders coming up.
And the Bulldog cheerleaders, of course, the Bulldogs playing this Saturday as well. And they're coming through cheering to the crowd. And the Bulldogs, they've had a good season this year as well. They're playing very well.
And behind them, we have the Bulldog Pee Wee division.
And I think there's 3 divisions in the Bulldog football. There's the.
This is Pee Wee.
Then you got the middle, then the senior.
And the senior.
So they come through waving to the crowd.
Got to start them young so when they get old enough, they can be a Dragon.
That's true.
So we'll take it.
And behind that, we have the
This
Junior
is
Bulldogs.
Yep, the Junior Bulldogs.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, Sparta they play on Saturday. If I'm not mistaken, they're going to play around 2 o'clock out here on Saturday. So come out. If you've not been out to it, folks, they draw a huge crowd. These young guys bring a lot of people with them to the games. And next up, we've got a senior Babe Ruth, or senior Bulldogs.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you got to get with it.
I'm already into a different sport. I'm in the wrong sport.
Yeah. This is
I got hit in the head a while ago.
Senior Bulldogs.
That's going to be my excuse all night long. I got hit in the head a while ago. Hey, guys. Josh showed manning the helm there.
And behind them, we have the Mark Twain FFA chapter.
And the Mark Twain FFA, another one of the groups, a good group at York Institute. One of, I guess, the oldest groups at York Institute.
They are, and that we've got a lot of things going. They're doing horse judging. I mean, they've always done it, but they're real active this year and doing great things. So we hope to see good things out of them this year.
And also, they've had a national championship, or state championship. State championship.
Yeah. And behind her, we had the FFA sweetheart, Miss Macy Waters, and then behind her was the FFA attendant, Miss Michaela Jennings.
And now we got one of those classic old vehicles here.
I think that's Tom Oliver, actually.
And yeah, Tom coming through with one of his old trucks. Folks, hope you're enjoying this live on Twin Lakes Cable Channel 953, Comcast Cable Channel. Now the York bowling team's coming. Their season just kicked off, or should be kicking off pretty soon, as they come through, and they always have a very strong team does the York Bowlers. And then behind that, we got the Allert cheerleaders.
And like I said, Gary, that we have, the cheerleaders and these the young football teams are going to be a dragon someday, so we want to always be supportive of them.
And then behind that, I believe we've got the York Elementary cheerleaders. Anthony Delk manning the wheel there. We got more candy than Walmart, I believe, right now thrown at us. In the Pine Haven Elementary Student Council.
Yep.
And these elementary schools, it's good for them to get out into the stuff like this as well in this parade.
Yeah, because when we have student council at the high school, so this trains them and gets them ready for when they get to York Institute.
And then behind that we have Johan West
and Miss Lillian Canancer. They're the sophomore class president and the class favorites.
And Johan, a good member of the York football team as well. He's their kicker.
And behind them, we have Miss Tiffany Cockrell. She's the class of 2020 secretary.
And then we have the 2017 attendant,
Miss Jada Garrett.
And then behind that, we've got some folks walking through.
These are the Girl Scouts.
And this is really, people don't really realize how important the Girl Scouts is. It's great for these young ladies to learn this kind of stuff early, and it gives them some great responsibility.
Yes.
And behind that, we've got another one of the floats. I believe this is the sophomore classes float or junior classes.
This should be our sophomore class float because that was our freshman or sophomore attendant.
And they want everybody to rise up like the dragons. They're coming up out of a volcano, so rising from the ashes, the York's sophomore class, and a very good float. I'm glad I don't have to judge these. Folks, if you don't get a chance to see them now, check it out tonight. If you come to the game, they're going to have all the floats there.
And this is the class of
2017.
Yep.
Bailey Fawn Robbins.
Yep. She's the freshman attendant.
And then behind that, we've got a big float with a lot of balloons, and this was really nice.
This is the freshman float. Class of 2021.
And then coming up next, we've got a classic car that they're restoring in honor of Sergeant York. With me now, I've got Miss Deborah York. And Deborah, tell us a little bit about this.
This is actually a wonderful program that Mike Wood is leading. There's a Facebook page, a GoFundMe page. It was the very first handicap accessible car given to Sergeant York in 1957 by the 82nd Airborne. So check it out online, and it's a wonderful restoration project we have in the works.
And you're going to be raising money till how long?
Oh, till we get it done.
That sounds good. Don't stop till it's over, right?
That's right, absolutely.
And we appreciate that. And very nice car. They're going to restore that one. Then you got the advanced choir. Let's see if we can pick them up singing. And they're singing their alma mater.
And right behind them we have Moody's Automotive, and we want to give a shout out to them. They've provided several vehicles for the parade today, and we just want to give them a big thank you. And I'm sure they'll be set up again tonight to do their giveaways. So.
And that's what I said. They have a lot of giveaways in the tailgate party. Then you got Dave Kirk's Chevrolet behind them.
And behind them we have BMJ Automotive.
And BMJ Automotive will come through. Another one of those classic cars. That's one thing this county's got a lot of.
Absolutely.
And another coming behind that we have.
We have the 2017 Senior Miss Fentress County, which is Miss Dolores Parker. And the 2017 Little Miss Hope is Miss Josie Crabtree.
And they're coming through on the same vehicle. And nice convertible car there. Then behind that we have
the 2017 Fairest of the Fair, Miss Lexi Caldwell, and the little Miss Fairest of the Fair, Miss Madison Grace Garrett.
So this year a lot of these queens and kings and queens are actually carpooling.
Yeah. And then behind them we have the 2017 Miss Rotarian Queen, Miss Kelsey Shaver.
Kelsey moving through. And behind that we have.
And then behind that we have the 2017 Miss Putnam Relay, and that's Miss Kaylee Peters.
So several beauty pageant winners in this parade.
We got a lot of beautiful girls in our county.
And they win a lot of pageants,
They
folks.
do. And coming behind her is the 2017 Fairest Teen Miss, Miss Ellie Leanne Davis.
So Ellie will come through throwing out candy. These guys got to get more aerodynamic candy. They're getting these airheads. They don't fly. You got to get something hard like fireballs and throw.
Yeah.
You can throw a lot of candy. And then Tabitha Christine Finley behind that. She's got several awards.
Yeah, she's the Easter Beauties Teen Cutie, the Cookeville Mini Star Supreme, and the Cookeville Teen Miss Blossom.
So a lot of awards for this young lady. She comes through waving to the crowd. And then behind that,
we have the 2017 Junior Miss Fairest of the Fair, Miss Paris Briella Monday.
Paris coming through waving to the crowd.
And behind her is the Little Miss Fairest of the Fair, Kyra Mundy. And she was also the Miss Petite Rotarian Queen.
So she got a couple of crowns as well. And then the Miss Rotarian Princess.
Yes, and that is Miss Jaden Grace Voles.
And behind that we have
the 2017 Wee Miss Summer Sunshine, Miss Adeline Bilbrey.
driven by William. And Ashley's back there. The reason she wins because she's the only one that let Kay up out of the three.
And the next one
is Mr. Baby Hope, Peyton O'Neill
Miller. Yeah. Then it looks like that. There's the cop car, so that's the end
Looks
of the
like
parade.
it's going to be the end of our parade here, folks. Another great parade, and we're going to take a time out, and then we'll be back in just a minute to talk about what's coming up tonight. Don't go anywhere.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your #1 fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And back here at the annual homecoming parade, the 2017 homecoming parade brought to you by Progressive Savings Bank and the Progressive Group. We appreciate them very, very much for all they do. And Jody, this parade day, another outstanding parade.
Yeah, Gary, it sure was. And we are so thankful for the great weather that we had. And once again, you know, we've had a great week out at the high school and just a lot of things going on. And just thankful for a great week. It was a great week to be a Dragon.
And it all culminates tonight with the big football game. Got a huge football game, not a region contest, but it's a big one. You got number 8 Oneida coming in. The Indians, great tradition, one of the better football teams in the state.
Absolutely, you know, and we hope to see everybody come out and support the Dragons tonight. And, you know, like I said, let's talk about last night and the concert. Once again, you know, we thank MetaThrift. They're the big sponsor. And some of those people were Rudd's Ribs and Express Market, Cheryl's Sweets, and Jimmy Johnson, DC's Body Shop, the Quarterback Club, Southeast Drywall, Acres Construction. And like I said, that was a free concert and just all kinds of food and fellowship and music, and we had a great time. And then they had the bonfire, and that's all thanks to Rayella and Joey Vaughn for putting that together. And we want to give a shout out to Mr. Phillip Hall. He painted our end zone, and so we're just so appreciative of all the people that pull together and make homecoming and football mountain so important here in Fentress County.
Well, Jody, now it's time to do, as always, our annual predictions for tonight's game.
You always make me do that, and I'm not very good at it, but I'm going to say York Institute 46 and the Oneida Indians 21.
Well, I'm going to go low scoring on this one because Oneida plays some really good defense. York plays some really good defense. Both teams like to take the ball and go three yards in a cloud of dust. So I'm going to go 27-21. York going to win this one tonight and pick up a huge non-region win.
Well, my prediction still is 46-21, you know, in favor of the Dragons. And like I said, I'm not very good at it, but once again, we just want everybody to come out, wear your purple and gold, and support the Dragons. And we just thank everybody that's had anything to do with our homecoming activities this week.
And Jody, of course, game time is at 7 o'clock. The pregame activities begin at 6:35.
They do, and we are going to start right at 6:35. So we've got a lot of beautiful girls to come across, and some, you know, the Mr. and Mrs. YAI to announce. So we just got a lot of stuff. So just be there early and get a good seat.
And don't forget, got the football game coming up too. And when you guys mention homecoming, you got to go just one thing. Go Dragons. Yeah. Till tonight, see ya.
Ladies and gentlemen, first off tonight, your 2017 Mr. and Mrs. YAI are Ty Reagan and Soshan West. Ty is the son of Troy and Angie Reagan, and Soshan is the daughter of Kevin and Sue West. Also with us tonight, the 2017 Duke and Duchess of Citizenship are Cadet Major Dylan Smith and Abby Tate. Dylan is the son of Paul and Aaron Smith, and Abby is the daughter of Frank and Rhonda Tate. The 2017 Prince and Princess of Personality are Jarrett Reed and Amanda Threet. Jarrett is the son of Ryan and Heather Reed. Amanda is the niece of Glenn and Debbie Lackey and the daughter of Jackie Threet. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, let's give these young men and women a round of applause for their hard work, dedication, and for being an example to their fellow classmates at York Institute for the last 4 years. Now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 homecoming court. First off tonight, the 2017 Miss Mountaineer is Miss Shelby Story. Shelby is the daughter of Stacy Story and Sean Story. She is being escorted tonight by senior football player A.J. Johnson. A.J. is the son of J.J. and Lisa Johnson. Also tonight, the freshman homecoming attendant is Bailey Robbins. She is the daughter of Jeff and Tammy Robbins. She is being escorted tonight by senior football player Cameron Gibson. Cameron is the son of Sam and Selena Gibson. The sophomore homecoming attendant is Jada Garrett. Jada is the daughter of Matt Garrett and Ashley Nolan. She is being escorted tonight by senior football player Andrew Murdoch. Andrew is the son of Jerry Murdoch. The junior homecoming attendant is Kyra Sparks. Kyra is the daughter of Sean and Amanda Sparks. She is being escorted tonight by senior football players Trevor Threet and Anthony Murdoch. Trevor is the son of Tony and Treva Threet, and Anthony is the son of Jerry Murdoch. Your senior homecoming attendant is Hannah Asbury. Hannah is the daughter of Scott and Bobby Joe Kirby. She is being escorted tonight by senior football players Dawson Threet and Jerry Murdoch. Dawson is the son of Jackie Threet and nephew of Glenn and Debbie Lackey. Jerry is the son of Jerry Murdoch. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 homecoming prince and princess are John Bryson Davison and Daly Marie Brannon. John Bryson is the son of Jonathan and Tina Davison. Daly Marie is the daughter of Philip and Kara Brannon. The 2017 homecoming queen is Miss Maddie Abach. Maddie is the daughter of Chris and Joni Abach. She is being escorted tonight by senior football players Heath Rexroth and Jarrett Reed. Heath is the son of Glenn and Marty Rexroth, and Jarrett is the son of Ryan and Heather Reed. The 2017 homecoming Prince and Princess is Easton Koger and Leah Bowden. Easton is the son of Dustin and Sierra Koger. Leah is the daughter of Adam Bowden and Samantha Bowden. The 2017 football queen is Hattie Grace Potter. Hattie is the daughter of J.C. Potter and Robin Bowles. She is being escorted tonight by captain of the York Institute football team, Ethan Probst, and co-captain, Josiah Headings. Ethan is the son of Ross and May Probst, and Josiah is the grandson of Freddie and Robin Tipton. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, please put your hands together, make some noise for your York Institute 2017 Homecoming Court.
Going to be, he gets away from one tackle, Lefty's still running, cuts back up, Lefty's still on his feet, Lefty's still on his feet, he's down the sideline, he's headed for pay there, touchdown Dragons! And welcome to York Institute for Homecoming 2017 here at York Institute. And tonight it's the York Dragons taking on the 5-0 Indians of Oneida, who come in the number 8 team in the state in Class AA. So we'll see what happens here tonight, as this one should be a good one between the two, getting ready to kick off here in just a few minutes. We've got a lot of things to get to tonight in our pregame show. Welcome to the Progressive pregame show, as we'll take a look at these two teams. We'll see who Oneida's played. We'll take a look at the last time these two teams met. We'll check out what happened last week. We'll have Dennis Weaver and the guys tell us what's happening this week. We'll also take a look at the Region 4 standings and the Associated Press Top 10. All that's coming up right here on the Progressive pregame show.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
And back here. We're getting set for football action. It should be a good one here tonight. It's York and Oneida. Oneida, as I said, coming in 5-0 on the season, while York comes in at 2-2. And York will take on Oneida. Oneida's 5-0. As I said, they are the number 8 team in Class AA. So this is the third ranked team York has played. And, of course, this one is a AA team. They played the number number 6 team Coalfield earlier this season, and they were number 6 in single A, and then number 4 in triple A, Smith County, they played last week and lost that heartbreaker 41-40. So here's a good chance for the Dragons to pick up a big win and to make some noise as far as the rankings as they take on a team out of Oneida that's beaten Claiborne County 35-0, Gatlinburg Pittman 23-20, Wartburg 44-0, Harriman 13-7, and Cumberland Gap 34-20. So that's a look at who the Indians have played. Maybe not quite as tough a schedule as York has played so far, but they've still got York tonight, and they've got Coalfield at the end of the season. So they still got some good teams to face coming up on this season as well. Now, last time these two teams played was back in 2006. York took that one at Oneida 26-14. So it's been a long time since these two teams played. They're getting back together here tonight, and I asked Coach Lambert from Oneida what he felt about York and what he knew about York, and this is what he had to say about York.
Just a hard-nosed, physical, well-coached football team.
You come in here 5-0 and number 8 ranked in the state. So your team's coming in playing pretty well.
Well, we have. We've played pretty well at this point, but looking at the schedule and stuff, the people that when we looked at it, we knew when we started getting into the meat of the schedule and stuff, starting here tonight at York, we knew it was going to be really, really tough. And our kids have been resilient. They've played hard. Very inexperienced team coming into this year, and proud to be 5-0. It's never a bad thing to be 5-0, but we're certainly not where we want to be as far as development of our team. We're still working on it.
Well, Coach, your team, I guess, no way other play. They're the homecoming team for York. Did that get them upset?
Well, I mean, I tell you, I'll never get caught up in all that stuff. Somebody's got to be homecoming. It's a non-district game. Really don't pay no attention to that. So, us coaches don't have much choice on who's the homecoming going to be anyway. So, I know Coach Wright and his staff that worried about playing football and homecoming, and proximity, Oneida being close, I know it'll be a good crowd, and so it's a good way to make some money. And I know, like I said, you still got to play football.
And that was Coach Tony Lambert talking about his squad and York Institute tonight. He's ready for this game. Should be a good one, as we said. We'll take a break right now with word from Progressive Savings Bank. On the other side, we'll look at what happened last week and take a look at what's happening this week with the guys from Friday Night Thunder. As, by the way, we'll have Friday Night Thunder coming up a little bit later tonight at 10 o'clock. I'll be calling in talking with the guys a little bit later, and that should be a good one as well. Brought to you by Plateau Pallets Company on Highway 62 East in Clark Range. So be sure to thank those guys if you see them out. Thank Owen and the guys at Plateau Pallets for bringing you Friday Night Thunder. We'll take this break, and then we'll be back to look at last week's action.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your number one fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And Progressive Savings Bank, our sponsor for our pregame broadcast, as we get set for football action here in just a moment. County, and take a look at some action last week. That's what I'm trying to say. I'll get you spit out in a minute. Last week, of course, the Bobcats went on the road to Red Bull and Springs, dropped their first region game, 36-8. It was Upperman over Cannon County last week, 34-14. No big surprise there. Warburg had the night off. Sequatchie had the night off. Livingston roll over Stone Memorial, 37-0. Cumberland County beat Marion County by a score of 49-13. Coalfield knocked off Oakdale last week, and Grundy County fell to DeKalb County 27-7. So that is what happened last week around the area. Now the Region 3A standings. After that, Region 4 3A standings. Smith County sits atop the district at 2-0. Sequatchie County is 1-0. York is 1-1. Upperman's 1-1. Grundy's 0-1, and Cannon County is 0-2. So we're getting our moment of silence here now, and then we will have the national anthem here in just a second, brought to you by Noteworthy. York and Oneida, it's homecoming 2017. And the York Color Guard will now make their way out onto the field with the flag, and we will have our national anthem here in just a second. York and Oneida, this one, as we said, should be a good one. As the York's Color Guard makes their way onto the field, we will have the Color Guard, and then we will have our national anthem. And now our national anthem, of course, done by Noteworthy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
York's Noteworthy with our national anthem. Now let's go to Dennis Weaver and the guys, and we'll find out who else is in action tonight besides York and Oneida.
Week number 6 of the Tennessee high school football season marks the last big week of non-region games, as every team will have entered the second half of their season after Friday. Hey folks, Dennis Weaver here, Friday Night Thunder with your Week 6 preview. We begin our preview in the Friday Night Thunder radio network area as the battle of number 1 versus number 2 goes down in Murfreesboro. Blackman host Oakland in the hot ticket game of week number 6. Just up I-24, Smyrna will host Cane Ridge in the probable region championship for Region 5-6A. In Unionville, Community hosts Cascade in the battle for Bedford County on Thursday night. In Muletown, Columbia hosts Spring Hill in the Duck River Shootout. In Lynchburg, Moore County hosts Old District 9 rival Eagleville. And in Franklin, the Kreisky Brothers square off as Centennial hosts Riverdale. Elsewhere in Middle Tennessee, Lewis County visits Hickman County in a probable playoff preview. Bledsoe County visits neighboring Sequatchie County. Livingston Academy goes to Smith County. Mount Juliet Christian hosts Middle Tennessee Christian. And Summit hosts Page in a pair of big region games. York Institute hosts unbeaten Oneida. Trousdale County visits neighboring Macon County. Wayne County goes to Mount Pleasant. Unbeaten Greenbrier hosts Fairview. Hunters Lane visits Station Camp in a battle of winless teams. And winless Republic visits winless Glencliff. In West Tennessee, unbeaten Christian Brothers host always dangerous Memphis East. Milan visits unbeaten Huntington. Peabody visits unbeaten Dresden. Union City makes the 875-mile trip to Texas to take on unbeaten Poth. Lausanne hosts St. George's, Henry County hosts Kenwood, and Mumford takes on Ridgeway in a trio of region contest. Unbeaten Crockett County takes on rival Lexington, Westwood visits Chester County, and Bolivar hosts Jackson Southside. In East Tennessee, Alcoa tries to get win number 401 for Gary Rankin as they visit Dobbins Bennett. Unbeaten Cloudland visits unbeaten Happy Valley. Farragut hosts Knox West in a Kingston Pike rivalry game. Unbeaten Coalfield hosts Marion County. Ooltewah visits old rival Soddy Daisy. Winless Sale Creek hosts Pickett County. Polk County visits unbeaten Whitwell. Ray County crosses the river to take on Bradley Central. Science Hill travels to Daniel Boone. Harriman hosts Rockwood in the shadow of the smokestacks. Sequoia visits neighboring Sweetwater. And Sevier County visits the Secret City to take on Oak Ridge. That does it for the Friday Night Thunder Week 6 preview. You can keep up with all the scores from across the state all weekend long on our popular statewide scoreboard at our website, FridayNightThunder.com. There you can also listen to our postgame show from 9:30 to 11 Central Time each Friday night. If your local radio station does not carry Friday Night Thunder, encourage them to join our ever-expanding network. This has been Dennis Weaver for Friday Night Thunder.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
And thanks to the guys from Friday Night Thunder for that preview. Also, a big thank you to Progressive Savings Bank for our pregame show. Also, they were our sponsor for our live parade day. Hope you enjoyed that on CPTV. Also, that will be replayed with the football game coming up on Sunday at 2 o'clock, so be sure to check that out, as we appreciate the folks at Progressive for doing that for us. And yes, folks, it was hot out there today. And now we're going to have the coin toss, and we're waiting to see. York has got Ethan Probst, Heath Rexroth. They've got Jared Reed and Josiah Headings. And let's see, we see York won the toss, but they deferred to the second half. So the Indians can do here on homecoming. Coming off that tough loss last week, we'll see how they bounce back. Of course, our game's being brought to you by Fittress Farmers Co-op, First Volunteer Bank, Dairy Queen of Jamestown, Mike Cross, Fittress County Executive, State Representative John Mark Wendell, Hall's Family Pharmacy, Jamestown Family Chiropractic, Conditioned Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes Telephone Cooperative, Mid-Thrift Pharmacy, Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, Pizza Hut in Jamestown, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, and Casey Frontier Chevrolet, as well as State Representative Kelly Keys. Jaeger, our sponsors for our live broadcast. Our halftime stats brought to you by the good folks at Old Ben Franklin Ford. Our Coach Derwin Wright Sports Show brought to you each Monday by the good folks at Union Bank. And Friday Night Thunder, we'll be talking to Dennis and the guys coming up 10 o'clock tonight. That's brought to you by Plateau Pallets out on 62 in Clark Ranges. We're getting set for the Dragons to come through the lineup, and here we go. They're coming onto the field, and we're set for football action. The Indians also across the way set up in a unique style for the Indians. They actually lift some of their players on their shoulders, and they've got players up on the shoulders of the other players, and they're ready to go. And this one should be a good one, folks. It's the number 8 Indians of Oneida out of Class 2A taking on the York Dragons. And the Dragons, it's homecoming for the Dragons. We'll see how homecoming activities have affected them this week. Hopefully not any, but we'll see how it goes as York gets ready to kick it off. And York, as we said, a great game last week. If you missed that one last week, folks, that was a classic, absolute classic, as York had the lead late in the game, and Smith County came back and won it. But it was absolutely a great football game, and we're hoping this one's going to be just as good as that one. Here we go. It's going to be Ethan Probst to line it up and kick it off. Oneida coming out. As we said, they're 5-0 on the season. I don't know what the competition as far as how their competition goes, but we'll see how they fare against a very good York team who comes in 2-2, but their 2 losses are to 2 ranked teams. So they have lost to 2 good teams this season. It's not been like they've lost to any cupcakes. As we get set to kick it off, Ethan Probst's going to kick it away. He got a couple back for Oneida. And I'm trying to see the number. It looks like number 5 there, and that is Bryson Buttram. And I can't see the number across the way as Oneida with that white uniforms and those orange numbers. They are Tennessee orange, folks. So very hard to see from our vantage point. But here we go. Time. And that's the way to start it off. You're getting a good kickoff from Ethan Probst. So the Indians will start tonight and their first possession right at the 20-yard line as we're set for football to get the first play of the night off. The Oneida Indians will come up with quarterback Elijah West. In the backfield, they've got Toby Hacker and Evan Roberts. At the wide receiver spots, they'll have Aaron Bowling, Benji Lambert, and at the tight end spot, Drew Crabtree. They will come out from underneath center. Got the 2-man backfield. Take the snap. They'll hand it off over to the left side, trying to bounce it outside. It's going to be hit and drop quickly. And that was a great job by the Dragons defense to drop him for a 1-yard loss, as that one looked like was number 14 Roberts got dropped behind the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring it up 2nd down and 10 and a half now for the Indians of Oneida. York with a 2nd and 10 and a half. Or I should say Oneida with a 2nd and 10 and a half as West brings his unit up. West going to hand it off this time. They'll try to bounce it to the right side to get a little bit of running room. But right there to bring him down after about a 7-yard gain was the Dragons' number 21 for the Dragons coming up with a stop on that one. And that one is Cade Brandon with the stop. With a 3rd and short here as they get set to come back up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and short. 2 run plays from Oneida. That's what we expect to see a lot of, is run the ball tonight. We won't see a whole lot of pass, I don't think. Now he drops the football, picks it back up, though, and it's going to be submarine. And York cuts him down for a loss of about 2 back to the 25, as that time West couldn't handle the snap. Dropped it, and the Dragons able to knock them down, and that's going to make it 4th and about 5 for the Indians, and they'll have to punt it away. Coming in to do the punting for the Indians is Kelly Morgan, or Kobe Morgan, I should say. Kobe Morgan going to kick it away here. Morgan going to punt it. And York with a good stand on the first drive as the Indians back to punt it. They'll step up, get the punt off. It's going to be a line drive right at Rexroad. Rexroad takes it to the 40. Now he's back up to the 50, and he's knocked down, getting into Indian territory at the 48-yard line. Good return, a short field for the Dragons. And we'll see how York comes out. Last week, they led the entire ball game till 11.5 seconds was the first time the Indians, or I should say the Owls, led last week, and they come away with that 1-point win. So York tonight going to try to get that offense to continue to roll as they come up now with a 1st and 10 on the Indians' 48-yard line. York with their first possession. It will be going under center, left view, that wing T formation. Snap, they're going to hand it off to Probst. Probst on the right side, straight ahead up over the 45 to the 44. Just hard-nosed running by Probst, and Probst is a big load to bring down, but the Indians have a great big line. They don't have their weights, I don't think, on their line. Yeah, they do. Let's see. Their line is, let's see, Barnhart is number 88. Barnhart is, or actually Crabtree is a senior. They don't have their weights on there, but these are some big kids. And now Lefty's got a man in motion, fakes it to Probe, gives it off to Rexroad left side, and Rexroad's going to be hit and dropped. Well, they racked or hit Rexroad after about a yard gain, drops him back, or knocks him down to 43. Going to be still a 3rd down and short for the Dragons, about 5. So York will have a 3rd and 5 as we see Dawson Threet checking in now. York with a 3rd and 5, just underway in this one. 9:14 left to go here in the first quarter, and it is a scoreless ball game. Oneida went 3 and out in their possession, and now York with great field position will come up. It will be left view under center. Leftview got a man in motion, fakes it. He's rolling to his left. He's going to throw it out. Got a man out there and a strike down to the 32-yard line, making some nice move and getting up to the 30 and down. I believe that was Lathan Drake on the reception. It was. Lathan with his first reception, called that one, made a nice juke move, got a couple of extra yards, and the Dragons got it 1st and 10 at the Indians' 29. And Lathan Drake twinkle-toed that one as he made a couple of players miss and got a couple of extra yards. So with the move now, York has got it 1st and 10 at the 29. 1st and 10 for the Dragons. As under center will go Leftview. Good throw by Leftview. That was a bullet. And now York going to hand it off up the middle, this time to the Cole train, I should say. He goes for about 3. So Cole Cooper on the carry. And that's going to make it a 2nd down and about 8 as he picked up a couple. Threet will check in for Cooper. York likes to alternate those big fullbacks. So now Threet will come in. And York's Leftview will go under center. Got a man in motion. He's going to pitch it to the left side. This time going up the middle and getting some good yardage before he's brought down up to the 24-yard line is the Dragons' Austin Johnson. Hard running by Johnson. Johnson with the play makes it a 3rd down and about 5 again for the Dragons. So deja vu from their first set of downs. York moving it down deep. This is probably going to be 4 down territory for York this deep in. You're not going to see York kick a lot of field goals. They've got a good kicker, though. Probst has got a leg on him. He can kick from a distance. But York doesn't like to go for a lot of field goals. They're going to send Lathan Drake out this time to the right side. As under center goes Leftview. Leftview got a man in motion. Gives it out to Probst. Probst got some blockers in front of him. He's trying to get outside. Cuts back in, loses his footing, and goes down at the 22. So York is going to be about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And York... a little bit of footing problem again last week. Last week it was like they were dancing with the stars on ice or something. They were really struggling with keeping their footing. And not Probst goes down again. That's going to show, they're going to say he didn't get any. So it's 4th and 5 again for the Dragons. Dragons going to go for it. Leftview under center. Leftview rolls to his left, now drops back, got a big rush, gets away from one, but he's not going to get away from the rest of them, and he's going to be dropped all the way back to the 31-yard line. The Indians, number 82, I believe that was, come in. 82 was Will Barnhart. Or it may have been Crabtree, Drew Crabtree, I guess it was 88 instead of 82. Those orange numbers hard to see from the distance. The bright orange that the Volunteers have, so it's tough to see from a distance, but they actually going to have it now, going to be 1st and 10 for the Indians at York's 32-yard line. A sack by the Indians, and they get it right back. We said this would be a good defensive battle between these two, and so far that's what it's been. As West brings his unit up, he's got Robertson Hacker in the backfield. Gives it to the tailback, Hacker, and he gets past the first man and gets up to about the 45, as that time it looked like the jackhammer had him in the backfield but couldn't bring him down. And that makes it a 2nd and about 6. Or they got 6 on the first, 2nd and 4 now for the Indians. 2nd and 4. As up will come Oneida. Back in now will come the Dragons' number 70 back in as they'll hand it off up the middle again. There goes the big fullback. He's got a 1st down, and he is just about to drag in territory as he gets to the 47-yard line. Good hard running that time by number 45 for the Indians, and that is Johnny Manus. Manus on the carry. I'm going to set that farther away from that. Typing's way too small for me. As Manus gets the 1st down, it's going to be 1st and 10 just inside Indian territory. They're going to hand it out this time. It's Sand, and he drops the football. If the ball's on the ground, did York come up with it? I think the Dragons did. What a shot by the Dragons, and they did. Your first turnover of the night as Oneida coughs it up, and there to pick it up is Ethan Probst, and the Dragons have the football in Indian territory at the 45-yard line. Good hit by the Dragons. Didn't see who made the initial hit, but somebody put a stick on the running back, and he coughed it up like a cat having too much fur. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons. Dragons with a 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line. We've got 5:44 left to go in the first quarter, and it's a scoreless ball game. This game going much quicker than the one last week with all that scoring. As now up will come the Dragons. They got a man in motion. They're going to fake it to Probst, give it off to Rexroth left side. And he got a yard, maybe two, before he got whacked. As the Indians very good against the run. Big number 84 coming up to make the stop. That is Barnhart. Barnhart, the senior, coming up and made the stop on that one. York are going to have it 2nd and 8. 5:20 left to go here in this first quarter. We're in a scoreless ball game in this one. As up will come Lefevue. Lefevue takes the snap, fakes the handout, rolls to his left, roll, throws it down, got a man out there, overthrew him, and incomplete. 3rd down and 8 now for the Dragons. Talked about this earlier during the parade. Me and Jody Hancock were telling who we thought, or what the final score we thought would be, and I said I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle tonight, and that's where we're at right now, as it's 3rd down and 8 for the Dragons. 5 minutes, 4 seconds left to go. York able to move the ball, but couldn't get it in. They turned it over on downs, and the Indians had coughed it up when they were moving the ball. Now York in motion. They'll roll out this time to the right, and Lefevue across the middle. Got a man wide open at the 30. Great reception by the Dragons. Number 17, Johnson, right at the 31-yard line. That'll move the chains as the Dragons get about 12 on the play, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for York. Great throw by Lefevue. He put some heat on that one. Good job by Johnson to catch it, but Johnson was wide open. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 32-yard line of Oneida. York able to move the football, just need to punch it in and get some points on the board. As back up now will come Lefevue. You've got Miller on one side. You got Drake on the other side. They fake down, give it off this time to Cooper. And the Cold Train goes right up the middle, banging away for about 8 on it. Going to make it a 2nd down and short for the Dragons. And that's what we call him, the Cold Train, because once he gets started, he's just hard to stop, folks. Nothing can stop a train. He rolled up for about 8 on that one. Going to be 2nd and 2 now for the Dragons. York moving the ball well against Oneida. Oneida with some great size as far as their defensive line is huge, but York's been able to run against them. So 2nd and 2 now for the Dragons as Lefevue comes up, got a man in motion, going to hand it off to Probst. Probst banging ahead up inside the 20 down to about the 16-yard line where the Beast just rolls over some people, gets some big yardage. Going to be 1st and 10 Dragons inside the red zone at the 16-yard line. Make it 17 where they're going to mark him at. Probst that time got the first down, just banged away for more yardage. And now York with a chance here as they're in the red zone for the first time tonight. They got down earlier and got close, but went down on downs. So now it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 17 for York. They got a man in motion. They're going to fake the handoff this time, give it up the middle, and fighting for yardage up to about the 10-yard line is going to be Dawson 3. Dawson 3 from that fullback position. Got a good run on that one. Dawson picks up 7 on the carry, and Dawson makes it now a 2nd and, they say about 5, so we'll call it 5 on this. 2nd and 5 for the Dragons. At about the 16-yard line. You're going to come up now. Got Threet still in the backfield. Lefevue under center, takes a snap. This time he hands it off to Rexroth. Rexroth thrown down in the backfield. Boy, they read that one like a cheap novel. As coming in there and knocking them down was big number 70. Big number 70, Logan Stevens came in there like a Mack truck and leveled Rexroth all the way back now for a loss back to the 18-yard, or about the 18-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 8 for the Dragons. And you get just inside the 8-yard line. Now the snap, it'll be Lefevue rolling to his left. Lefevue's going to have to get rid of it. Throws it downfield, almost picked off, but incomplete. Throwed it out of the end zone, and a good job by Lefevue to get rid of that one and not take another sack. York's going to have it 4th down now and 8, though. No decision time for the Dragons. They're going to go for it. Not going to try any field goals at this distance. If they did put it down here, it would be about a, 31-yard field goal. But they're going to go for it. York and Oneida No score, and we're 2:26 left to go here in the first quarter. This one was turning out to be a defensive battle early. It'll be Lefevue under center. Lefevue takes the snap, and he'll roll to his left again. Lefevue going to throw it downfield. Got a man out there. Did he come up with it? He did. Right about the 2-yard line, Lathan Drake came from all the way on the other side of the field and makes the catch. First and goal, Dragons. York with a first and goal. Another big catch by Lathan Drake and another rocket thrown by Lefevue. Lefevue don't throw no soft passes, folks. You better be ready for it if you're a receiver. It's going to be first and goal from about the 2-yard line. And a great play again by the Dragons as they've got it first and goal now. York going to come up to the line of scrimmage. They've got Cooper in the backfield. This is where they like to bang Cooper straight ahead. We'll see. They do that. Nope, they're going to keep his Lefevue going to get on the keeper himself. Lefevue's in the end zone for a touchdown, Dragons. Homecoming, York on top early now, 6-0 as 2:13 left to go in the quarter, and York finally bangs one home. A 2-yard run by the quarterback on the keeper. They faked it to Cooper, and Oneida bid on that one as Oneida went for that, and Lefevue just pretty much cakewalked into the end zone. York now on 6-0 as it will be Johnson to hold, and it will be Probst to kick the extra point. Here we go as the snap is down, the kick is up, the kick is no good. 2:13 left to go here in the first quarter. It's 6-0 York.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union. A better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
Well, the York Dragons draw first blood as they go up 6-0, but they miss the extra point, and we know how that can come back to haunt you later in the ball game. I think last week where York didn't get a big 2-point conversion, and that allowed the Indians to come back and win that one as that's late in the game. Now we're going to see going back for the Indians is going to be number 5, and I think that's number 15 if I'm not mistaken. Number 5 is Buttram, and number 15 is Matt Hood. Going back deep for the Indians as York will kick it off. It's going to be Probst to kick it. He put the first one into the end zone. And this one he's going to lay the boot to, too, and that one's going to send back in through the end zone and out the back. And Probst puts the first 2 in the end zone, and the Indians going to start it on the 20-yard line. And no, we got a flag on the play, so we must have a false start by York. I'm not sure what they called, but okay. Still haven't seen an official give an indication on what the call was. Okay, maybe, I guess now they're going to say false start by York. That'll back them up 5 yards, and now this should give Oneida a chance to come back with a return on this one. Probst's going to have to re-kick it. He's put the first 2 in the end zone, and now we'll try this one again. Ethan will get his team set. And that's our first penalty of the ball game. And now the official says go, and Probst will come up, and Probst will drill another one. This one's going to be taken right about the 12-yard line by the back man. And he's coming up, and he gets around one, gets around. Ooh, and he is drilled. What a hit by the Cole train. As Cole Cooper just laid the tracks down on number 15 and knocked him down right at the 27-yard line. So a good return. He gets about 17 on it. But York able to make the stop, so it's going to be 1st and 10 now for the Indians. Oneida coughed it up the last time they had the football, so we'll see what they do this time. That's going to have to weigh heavy on their backs' minds as they get ready to have their this is their 3rd series, and it's 2 minutes, 6 seconds left to go in the first quarter. As the Indians West will come up, got a one-man backfield. He's going to hand it off up the middle, and that one's not going anywhere as that one stopped right there. Good job by the Dragons. Coming up from the bottom, I believe, was the Dragons' number 11 coming up with the stop. That is Landrick Lefew. Lefew hit him quickly as he tried to get through the hole. Lefew was right there waiting on him. Going to make it second. They give him about a half a yard, so 9.5 for the Indians. They'll go back to that two-man set in the backfield. Got two out to the left. We haven't seen a lot of throwing yet from the Indians, but now West trying to roll out. He's looking, being chased, still being chased, and he's going to be ran out of bounds by Probst after about a yard pickup. Good pursuit by the Dragons as they got big number 77 chasing him, and then Probst come over to make sure he stepped out of bounds as that was Thomas Cooper chasing him to the sideline. And that's going to bring up third down and about 8.5 for the Indians. York on top 6-0. About 27 left to go here in quarter number 1. This game has been a defensive jewel so far. York playing very well. We'll see what West does now as he brings his team up in a big third and long here in this first quarter. He'll go back in the shotgun. Got two men beside him. He will take the snap. He's looking, still looking. Now he's going to try to run, and now he's going to tuck it and run. He is not going to get it. He's going to get maybe a yard or two, and he is going to get hammered. As great pursuit again by the Dragons. The Dragons just doing some great pursuit on that far side. I didn't see who come up with the hit, but that was some great pursuit, and that's going to make it 4th down and 7 for the Indians. And they're going to have to punt it away again. So the Indians, 2 punts and a fumble in this first quarter, and they're going to give it right back to the Dragons. Is going back to punt it away is Colby Morgan. Morgan looking to punt it away. Gets the snap. Steps up into it. Gets the punt off. Going to line one to Rexroad right about the 37. Rexroad trying to bounce out to the outside. He's being chased. Stiff arms one. Cuts back inside. Still on his feet. Breaks another tackle. And another tackle gets into Indian territory all the way up to the 46-yard line of the Indians. Great running by Heath Rexroad on that one. He would not be denied as it gets into the Indians into the field, and it's going to be 1st and 10 right about the 46.5 for the Dragons. They're going to mark him right on the 46, put the nose of the football on the 46. So York with a 1st and 10. We got 37 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. This may be the last play of the quarter. York on top 6-0. And up will come the Dragons. They've got Threet in the backfield now. They got Rexroad in motion. They're going to hand it. No, it's going to be Lefew on the keeper. Lefew goes straight ahead to the 45 and then gets driven back. Good D by the Indians. The Indians read that one all the way, pushes him back, and that's going to make it a 2nd down and about 9 for the Dragons. And I don't know if they'll get a playoff before the end of the quarter or not. They will send in Miller back into the ball game now. Or make that Johnson coming in. The time run out, I believe. They're not going to have time. They're going to let this one run out. So we're through 1 into 1. It's York 6, Oneida nothing.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Pizza Hut knows what every man, woman, and child wants. The best deal in delivery. And Pizza Hut has a large 2-topping oven-hot pizza for just $7.99 when you order online. It's the best pizza delivery deal. And now you can earn points on your order when you join Hut Rewards. It's that easy. Order online today from pizzahut.com and start earning those points. Because no one out-pizzas the Hut. Restrictions apply. See details at pizzahut.com/Hut Rewards. Click for this offer. Delivery minimums and fees may apply. Additional charge for extra cheese, stuffed crust, and additional toppings. Product availability, prices, participation, and delivery areas may vary. The delivery charge is not a driver tip.
Through 1, York leads it 6-0, and they will come back out with a 2nd and about 9 for the 1st down, as the Dragons now moving toward the north, and the Indians will be moving toward the south. York had that first quarter, they had 13 rushes for 26 yards, Oneida 9 for 23, and York 5 of 3 from throwing the football. Their total offensive yards, Oneida was 9 for 23, York 18 for 63, and they lead it 6-0. And that one big turnover by Oneida. Now Lefeview out quickly, going to send it out to Drake. Drake going to try to make a move. Makes a pretty move and gets dropped down at the 35. Boy, he made number 2 a miss. They call that an ankle breaker, folks, as he made number 2 from Oneida. Aaron Bowling miss him badly. And Lathan Drake, when he gets the football, is explosive. He's got some good moves. And he made one there, and now it's going to be York 1st and 10 at the Oneida 34-yard line. Oneida comes in here undefeated, but so far have struggled against the York defense. It will be under center going Lefeview. Lefeview got a man in motion, hands it off up the middle of Rexroad, or make that Johnson, and Johnson going to just plow ahead for about 3 yards up to the 30. So he picks up a good gain on first down, and now it's going to make it second and about, well, they're going to say he got closer to 5, so he got almost half the distance they need. And now back in will come Cole Cooper. York with a second and about 6. They're going to say 6. We've got 11:07 left to go here in the first half. York on top 6-0. What's been a defensive gem early. Lefeview will step back under center. Fakes it, now drops back. He's looking in the corner. He's going to throw for the corner. Got a man out there. That's a jump ball, and Oneida comes away with a jump ball. First turnover by York as Oneida picks it off in the corner. And good defense that time by the Indians. I couldn't read the number from here, but he had that one all the way, and he just went up and took it away. And now the Indians have stopped the Dragons, and they got it 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line. So the Indians may be deep in their own territory, but they dodge another bullet, and now both teams with a turnover in this one. And we'll see what Oneida can do with this. York's defense has been able to shut them down early. We'll see what they do here. York with a turnover, and the Indians with the football back. Don't forget, next week it's senior night at York. It's our last home game of the year, barring a home playoff game, as York takes on Upperman next week. Right now, though, Oneida with the football after the interception. They'll hand it off up the middle, banging ahead, and not getting much at all. Maybe a couple of yards was the tailback on that one. And that was Hacker, I believe, on the carry. No, actually, that was Roberts on the carry. So Evan Roberts with a carry, and he is dropped down. It's going to make it second and about 7. They'll give him closer to 3. 10.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. Or number 2. We're almost headed to halftime. Much quicker game than last week. Last week, the game went really slow because of all the scoring. Here it's been a good defensive battle early. And now Oneida going to hand it off this time over the left side. They got a man. He breaks through the line, and he's going to get some good yardage up to the 25-yard line. It's going to be first down for the Indians. And had Josiah Headings not been able to run him down from behind, he might have been gone, as he's getting up slowly, too, as Headings came up on him and hit him from behind. And had he not gotten up with him, he might have broke that one because he was about a step away from being history. And that was Matt Hood on the carry, number 15. And Hood's going to go over to the sideline, as that time Josiah Headings came from behind, and had the jackhammer not been there, he could have got some big yardage on that one because he was about a half a step, I guess, away from breaking that one for about a 80-yard gain. As now here come the Indians up. They're at the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. As they'll hand it off this time over the right side and just straight ahead running, and the Dragons going to finally bring him down after he gets up to almost a 29-yard line. Some hard running by the Indians. And the Indians just lowering their head and running over people. That looked like Jacob Warmouth on the carry. Warmouth, I believe, on the carry. It's tough to see the Indians' numbers. I have to say, these numbers are a lot like the PK numbers we did a few weeks ago when they had those light numbers on those white jerseys. These are light orange on the white, so it's tough for us to see from where we are. As now West will step back under center. He's going to hand it to the second man through, and he's going to bang straight ahead. And I don't think he got much of anything. If he got anything at all, maybe lost a little bit. It's going to be 3rd and about 5 for the Indians. So York able to get the stop as Cole Cooper coming up making the play. We got 8:50 left to go here in this first half, and York on top 6-0. Of course, this is not a region contest, but the Dragons would love to go in their final home game, that final region game, above 500. So that's one reason they want to win this one here tonight. They want to go back above 500.
This time rolling out is quarterback West. He's going to tuck it and run, and he gets chopped down the 31-yard line. Great D that time by the Dragons, as I believe that was Probst coming in and just took his pins out from under him and drops him down. It's 4th and 5, about 4th and 4 for the Indians, so it's 1-2-3 kick for the Indians. And they got out of a big jam, though. They come away with that interception, but still unable to move the football against York. They got 1 first down, then the Dragons able to shut them down. And that means they'll kick it away. And Rex Road is waiting at about the 37-yard line, and Lathan Drake also back at the Indians 37. They'll drift back a little bit. And the snap, the punt, is a good one. That's going to be a boomer as that one's going to hit. Oh, that one's going to take an Indian roll. Whoa, did it take a roll all the way down to the 10-yard line. So that one was, let's see, at the 25 to the 10. So you've got 25 of 65 yards on that kick as it was over the head of Rexroad. It took that hot and just rolled down and died right at the 10-yard line. So what should have been good field position for York now is deep in their own territory as they set the 10-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and 10. York trying to pick up a big win. They lost a heartbreaker last week, and they don't want to drop 2 in a row. They've not dropped 2 in a row this year, as we were 7:44 left to go in the first half. York, as we said, time of possession that first quarter, York was up 7:41 to 4:19 in that one. And now York going to hand it off over the left side, and trying to get away is Rexroad. He spins, and he is hit. Their number 2 holds him up, and the rest of the Indians come out and level him as Aaron Bowling got there and made the stop. And then they were able to come up and knock him down after a gain of about maybe a yard. So Rexroad got a tough 1 yard on that one and took a shot, and now he's going to have to come out. Rexroad's going to come out of the game after he took a lick. He broke a tackle and tried to cut back, and when he did, number 2 was Bowling was sitting there waiting on him and just leveled him. That brings Johnson back into the ball game. Austin Johnson will come in. And here come the Dragons back to the line of scrimmage. Going to be 2nd and 8. You're trying to get out deep in their own territory. They'll take the snap, hand it off this time to Johnson. Johnson up over the 20, still on his feet, to the 25, to the 26, and Johnson gets them out of a deep hole, and the Dragons get another first down. Great running that time by the senior Austin Johnson as he come over the left side and gets enough for the first down, and the Dragons now get out deep territory. So that's something they definitely want to do, and they're up to the 27 now, where they'll have it 1st and 10. The Dragons getting some good running yardage. The Indians trying to stop the Dragons. The Indians' defense, though, have been on the field a long time in this first half. That's going to wear on you after a while. York with a 6-0 lead. They'll hand it off this time to Rexroad. He tries to cut back inside. He's going to be dropped at the 31. So a pickup of about, or make that Johnson again. Johnson on the carry, picks up 3 on the carry. Johnson with a 3-yard run, and it's 2nd down and 7 now for the Dragons. You're getting some good yardage on first down, and that's something the Indians have not been able to do. They've been stopped and not getting good yardage on the first down, and that's allowed the Dragons to get them in long distance and able to shut them down. We got 2nd and 6 now, 2nd and 6.5, I'll say, closer to 7, as up will come the Dragons. We've got 6:18 left to go here in the first half. And the Dragons got in motion. They're going to hand it off. No, they're going to pitch it out to Probst. Probst's going to lower his head, run over one Indian, still on his feet, gets the first down up to the 41-yard line, and he just leveled one of the Indians at about the 37-yard line. They tried to come up and man-on-man tackle, and the Beast showed him why they call him the Beast, as he just lowered his shoulder and went right over the top of him. And he rumbles for another first down. The Dragons got it 1st and 10 at their own 40. York just hard-nosed football here, as that's what we thought would be tonight. It would be a defensive battle, and right now it's turning out to be just that. York leads at 6-0. And now it's going to be York coming up left you under center. And we got a timeout called by York. Timeout on the field with 5:44 left to go in the first half. It's 6-0 York.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer, to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and the gift shop. All this and much more at Fentress Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
Well, the York Dragons take the timeout with 5:44 left to go here in quarter number 2. We're headed toward halftime. York trailing or leading 6-0, but York has definitely had the time of possession. The Indians have really been ineffective running the football, and that is really their bread and butter. You haven't seen them try to throw at all, hardly. I don't know if they've even attempted to pass. They didn't in the first quarter, as passing, they had no attempts in that first quarter. So they're a hard-nosed run football team, and the Dragons have been able to shut it down so far. Now we'll see what York does with a 1st and 10 on their own 40. York, left you under center. Going to take the snap, hand it off Probst over the right side. Probst cuts back inside. He'll bang straight ahead for about 5. So you'll take 5 on the first down every time. So if you get 5 yards, that makes it a whole lot easier to call the next 2 plays. As York sets at the 45, their own 45 now with a 2nd and 5. York actually marked just a little bit behind the 45, so we'll say it's 2nd and 6. 5 minutes, 17 seconds left to go here in this first half. And you talk about a fast-moving game. This game has really gone fast. We've only been in 36 minutes into this ball game, and we're already deep into the second quarter. Now there's going to be on the keeper, Lefty bangs head. He's up over the 50 for a Dragon first down, but we got a flag out here, and I'll bet you that's going to be holding. Judging from where they threw that one, I'd almost bet the house that's going to be a holding, and that's what the call is. Folks, when they throw it right in there in that interior line, not much you can get but either a hold or a illegal use of the hand. So yeah, it's about one of the easier calls for me to make anyway. Haven't seen football, York football, doing York football for as long as I've been doing it, which seems forever. You know when where the flag's thrown, usually what the call is going to be. So now it's going to be 2nd and 15 for the Dragons, as that one really hurts, backs them all the way up to the 37-yard line. So it's going to be about 2nd and 14, I'll say. And they mark it on the 36 now. Up will come the Dragons. 4:48 left to go here. This big series for the Indians. The Indians would like to get out and get maybe good field position before the end of the first half. As now they'll hand it off this time. And no, it's going to be thrown quickly down to Probst, and Probst going to reel it in about the 48-yard line, or he was undercut there by number 2, Aaron Bowling. Great fake that time by Lefty. He faked me out, came with a good shot down almost for a first down, but just short. As York's got to get on the other side of the 50, they're going to have it 3rd and about 1. So York now with a much better position as they got 13 of that 14 back. And it 2nd and 14, got 13. And now the Dragons need to get this yardage and get this first down and keep this clock going. York could run this clock out and punch it in. They'll have the ball starting the second half, so everything would be rolling York's way right now. And the Indians almost jumped, but left you hard count, but couldn't get him to jump. And now he will get up under center, wait on the snap. Takes it, goes straight ahead himself, and push forward is going to be plenty enough for the first down as he gets into Indian territory at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 Dragons. Good sneak on quarterback keeper on that one. And the Dragons have it 1st and 10 at the 48, so they give him 3 yards. A good straight-ahead run by Lefty. York with a first down. Now in that first quarter, York had some good rushing. Probst had 11 yards, 10 for Cole Cooper, and those totals have gone up, and now Lefty with some good totals as well. 1st and 10 Dragons, more importantly, keeps the clock tick, tick, ticking, and we got 3:28 left to go here in the first half. As up will come Lefty under center, takes the snap, hands it up the middle, banging straight ahead is Dawson Threed. And Dawson running a creek through the Indians. I had to say it, folks. I had to say it before the year was over. That's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Dragons. About to pick up a 5 for Dawson. And now the Dragons are going to have it 2nd and 5. And York now will come up with a 2nd and 5, and we'll send Drake out over to the right side. Both these teams, running teams, but they've thrown the ball well. Have the Dragons now. Leftview going to keep it, and we're going to have something. I'm not sure what. On the pitch, though, Leftview going to keep it. He keeps going forward. He's all the way down to the 30-yard line almost, as he just kept running that time. Look back, and the only officials threw something down. I'm not sure what that was, but he picked it up, whatever it was, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Dragons at about the 31-yard line. Hard running by Landrick Leftview, and the Dragons getting some good yardage out of Leftview, Probst in this first half. And Dawson 3. Dawson 3's coming in and giving them a big lift, as well as Cole Cooper. So you're getting some big yardage from everybody right now. And it's 1st and 10 at about the 30-yard line for the Dragons. And the time down to 2.5 minutes. York will get the ball to start the second half as well. Lefty's going to hand it off up the middle, and going straight ahead. Cooper banging hard for about 3. So Cole gets about 3 on the carry. And the Indians able to chop him down, host the Indians in there and bring him down. So now it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Dragons. We're down to the 2-minute mark. York leading 6-0. I said this is going to be a defensive battle today, folks, and that's just what we're getting here unless this second half proves to be different. And now the Dragons will have to call a timeout. Timeout called by York. They didn't get everybody off the field, so timeout on the field with 1:55 left to go in the first half. It's 6-0 Dragons.
Dr. William Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
Well, the York Dragons on homecoming night lead 6-0, and this one's been a good one. This is big for the Indians as well. The Indians want to keep York out of the end zone with only a minute 55 left to go. They want to keep York out of the end zone. They know York's going to get the ball to start the second half, so they need to keep York out of the end zone because their offense has been pretty stagnant here tonight. They've not been able to do anything at this point, and York has not moved the ball. Has moved the ball well. They had a turnover and one loss on downs and then one touchdown. So we'll see what York does here. It will be 2nd and about 8 for the Dragons. Dawson 3 in the backfield now with York. Leftview going to go under center. Leftview got a man in motion, and Probst going to pitch it to Probst. Probst pitches it back this time on the reverse, and cutting back is Miller. Miller trying to get outside, does. Miller down the sideline, going to be ran out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. A good reverse that time as Probst got it, rattled it back to Miller, and Miller gets it all the way down to about they're going to mark it at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Dragons at the 14-yard line, and he ran out of bounds, so the clock will stop. York's got plenty of time to punch it in here and make this a 2-score game and then get the football to start the second half. And right now, the Indians struggling to get anything going. As they will come up now with York at 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Leftview got a man in motion, gives it up. They're going to pitch it out to Probst. Probst tried to cut inside. Does, breaks the tackle, but boy, he is leveled then by the big guy. They got a big kid out there who just rocked Probst on that one. Probst got some good yardage, though. Picks up about 7 of them, so York's going to make it 2nd and 3 now. Has some good yardage, but Probst really got whacked after he got those 7 yards as the big guy from Oneida. Oneida's got big guys on that front line, and the biggest one just leveled Probst on that one. We got 73 seconds left to go here in the first half. York on top 6-0 and moving again. They got 2nd and 3. And it's going to be handed off this time, and that's going to go for enough yardage, I believe, for the first down. And depending on where they mark it, looks like he picked up 2 or 3 on that one, and I didn't get the number on that one. Who ran that one for York? That's going to be a 1st and goal now from the 3-yard line. We're down to 57.4 seconds, and they'll start the clock. And the Dragons will contend here. They're just taking their time. They don't want to punch it in too quick. They don't get Indians any time to run the football. But now it's 1st and goal from the 3. As up will come Leftview. Lefty going to hand it right off the middle up to Dawson Threet. He plows straight ahead. Did he get there? Did he get there? Touchdown, Dragons! 3-yard run by Dawson Threet, and York now takes the lead. They lead it 12-0. York a just straight ahead run on that one, and the Dragons are in for the touchdown. And York takes a 12-0 lead, and they go for 2 here to try to make this a 2-score game. As they're going to go for 2 here. Lefty under center. Lefty under center got Threet in the backfield. Now Lefty going to keep it. He's going to drive in, and he's going to get in there for the 2-point conversion. 35.5 seconds left to go in the first half, and the Dragons take a 14-0 lead.
You have enough things in your busy workday to worry about, like who's putting your stapler in Jell-O and eating your lunch. With Twin Lakes Advanced Business Solutions, we'll keep your business connected 24/7, so you don't have to. From broadband speeds up to 1 gig to phone systems, HDTV, special circuits, security, and more, Twin Lakes has you covered. We do our job so you can do yours. For a customized solution, contact or visit any of our 7 local business offices today. TN certain receipt -0026.
Textbook football on that one, as York took the clock down as far as they could, down to 35.5 seconds. They punch it in, and they go up by 2 scores now, and the Indians will get the football, but only 35 seconds left, and the Indians' offense so far has not been very effective. They've not been able to throw the ball at all, so we'll see what they try to do. They may just be content going in down 2 touchdowns at the half. We'll see, as it'll be kicked off by Probst, and Probst put the first 2 he kicked into the end zone, and then they backed him up on a penalty, and the last one went to about the 10-yard line. So you're going to kick it off this time, and Probst's going to set it down at the 40. York on top, 14-0. We got 35.5 seconds left to go here in this first half. Don't forget, we got the halftime stats coming up from old Ben Franklin Ford here in just a few minutes. And coming up at halftime. So we'll see now what York does. York going to kick it away, and that one's going to go out of bounds. And that's not quite what York wanted on the kickoff on that one, as they're going to see the Indians take it at, let's see where they're going to mark it at. Now, I don't think the Indians quite the team you saw last week in Smith County that can throw the football that well. Definitely not the team you saw in Coalfield that really could throw the football. And now they're going to mark it, looks like right about the 38-yard line. 38-yard line for the Indians. 1st and 10 with 35.5 seconds left to go here in the first half. York on top, 14-0. As we get set now for Oneida with the football. They'll come up. West going to take a snap. He's going to roll out. He's still looking. Now he's being chased. Now he's being dropped like a bad habit all the way back to the 24-yard line, and there's the jackhammer for you. Josiah Headings coming in, leveling the quarterback West, and the Dragons will back the Indians up, and it's going to be 2nd and about a half mile to get there. They might need to get to Robbins on their way home to get to this first down. As it's going to be 2nd and long, and I don't think the Indians are even going to snap it. It looks like they're going to let the clock run out. They are. So we're at halftime of this one, and at the half, York leads it 14-0. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a whole meal
plus a sundae
for just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink
plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray
plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math. It's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
Summer has sadly come to an end, and cold weather is just around the corner. Are you wondering if your heating system will survive all winter? Well, now's the perfect time to kick off that cold sweat and invest in a new top-of-the-line heating system. Now until the end of November, you can save up to $1,650 in Carrier Cool Cash rebates. The season to save on quality is now. Call Condition Heating and Cooling today to schedule your free quote. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Conditioned heating and cooling.
And back here at halftime, before we get to the old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats, got a couple of coaches to talk with from the Bulldogs. And Andy, welcome to the halftime show. And so far, the Bulldogs playing really well this year.
Yeah, they are. We're doing a lot better now toward this end of the season. We had a rough start to start with, but a lot of things coming together. Kids really growing up, stepping up, doing a lot better job, learning the game better, and coaching staff's making a few changes, but for the most part, the kids, they've just really come together as a team, learning to play together, learning to be glad for the other when they do well. But we're looking forward to the rest of the season. We've got high hopes. Got Monterey coming up, first round of the playoffs next week, and just hoping to keep moving forward.
Now, who you got this Saturday?
This Saturday we play Sparta. Don't know a whole lot about them this year. Last year they were down, so we expect for them to be a lot better team this year. They've probably returned everybody.
You got this coming up Saturday. Now, I've noticed when you come out through here on Saturdays, when you guys, I think you're playing home this week.
Yes, sir.
You guys have had these stands packed.
Yeah, that's a good thing. The kids are really playing well, and the fans come in. They really enjoy watching them, and the kids just feed off of their energy. They love to hear the stands get loud. So anytime we can fill them up, it's great for the team.
Now, you guys, you look at all three of the Bulldogs programs. They are the feeder programs. They're the future Dragons.
They are, and I'm really glad this program got started several years ago. It's definitely starting to really show now, and got a lot of good coaches in place at all levels. So I'm excited to see what York Institute has for several years, because it's looking good for them in the future.
And, of course, like you mentioned, you've got the playoffs coming up after this week. You got Monterey, you say, in the first round of the playoffs?
Yeah, the Junior Bulldogs have Monterey coming up first, and hopefully we'll make that win and be expecting to see Stone after that to move on maybe to the championship.
And, of course, Stone brings in a good team as well.
Yeah, they always do. They're very well coached and have a lot of kids that come out. They're just a very, very disciplined team every time I've seen them.
Where will the playoffs be played at?
The first section of the playoffs for our East-West division, we're in the East. It'll be at Crossville, and then the Super Bowl this year is going to be held at Upperman.
So a lot of good football still yet to play for these youngsters, and they're a lot of fun to watch, right?
They are. They really get excited for each other, and they're starting to learn by watching these high school boys. The high school guys need to know how important that is, because these young guys really look up to them at this young age.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us, and best of luck as you wrap up your season and head into the playoffs.
All right, thank you very much.
And that was
Gary.
Coach Andy Winningham, and join me now. I've got Coach Ryan Reed with the Fentress County Crush. And Ryan, welcome back. You guys had a tough one the other night against Stone in that homecoming game, but you guys still had a great season.
We did. I can't be more proud of a group of kids. We have worked so hard, and they went above and beyond anything a coach could expect, and they show up for. We've had several Saturday morning practices because the way our schedules fell. We'll have one game on Thursday and then turn around and play on Saturday, and they just words can't describe how proud I am of them.
Coach, I know you were looking forward to playing that third place game, but what we understand, Trousdale, they weren't looking forward to it.
No, Trousdale is really down this year, and of course, as you know, in the past, they've pretty much dominated. And of course, they say they're having some behavioral issues, and the principal wouldn't allow them to continue. So we'll take what they say, but it really disappointed us because we was looking forward to one more game together, and to get a little revenge here on our home field from the loss we took Tuesday night against Stone. I guess we got tied up in the homecoming activities in the 8th grade night. We had a lot of stuff pre-game going on, and it's just kind of hard to keep them focused, and we just didn't play well the entire game. And but like I say, Gary, I'm still tickled to death for them and proud of them. And had 19 eighth graders, so sending a good group up to Derwin.
And what have you got coming back next year?
We've got probably, I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking probably 11 or 12 starters that started on both sides of the ball. So, you know, we do have some gaps to fill, but we've got a real good group coming up from Bulldogs, and that should be able to just step right up and continue the winning we have started. And you know, we finished the season at 5-3, and I don't know if anybody expected us to do it or not, but I'm tickled to death for them, and great group of kids, and good work ethic, and I'm looking forward to watching them in high school.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us, and I guess congratulations on finishing third. I'm not going to say anything about the Yellow Jackets, but we'll just leave it at that. Coach, we appreciate you joining us.
I appreciate it, Gary. Appreciate all your support.
And that was Coach Ryan Reed, who's Fentress County Crush are not going to be playing next week, folks. We've been mentioning that they're going to play in that third place game, but they'll not be playing next week as Trousdale County has forfeited that one, and so that is what we have on that one. Now let me see if I can find where my stats are. I'm up. Let's see here. There we go. I'm trying to. That's time now for the Old Ben Franklin Ford halftime stats. Don't forget, Fords are cheap.
Hello, everyone. I'm Bruce Babb, GM of Old Ben Franklin Ford in Waltburg, Tennessee. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, give us a call at 1-877-NEW-FORD. No high-pressure sales, no tricks, no gimmicks, just fair, honest dealing. We have a great selection of new and pre-owned, and if we don't have what you're looking for, we'll find it. Low overhead means cheaper prices. Fords are cheaper out in the country. Shop us first, shop us last. We want to be your dealer before, during, and after the sale. 1-877-NEW-FORD or shop us online at obenfranklinford.com.
Back here on our halftime stats, taking a look at first downs. York has 11 to Oneida's 2. Oneida has really struggled running the football. Oneida has rushed 15 times for 34 yards. York 28 for 118. Passing yards, York has 60, none for Oneida. Actually, Oneida attempted I don't think they attempted a pass in that first half, while York went 5 of 8, but did have that one interception. And then, of course, Oneida with the one fumble. So both teams have had a turnover in this one. Not a lot of penalties. That's been good for the Dragons. They have 178 total yards on 36 plays in the first half, while the Indians have only 34 yards in 15 plays. If you look at the time of possession, there's the tail of the tape, folks, as the Indians had it 7 minutes and 59 seconds, almost 8 minutes, while York has had it 16.01. So that's really the difference in the game. York has just dominated the line of scrimmage. They were able to punch it in just before halftime, get the 2-point conversion, and now take a 2-touchdown lead going into the second half. And the Indians have just struggled to run the ball, and we've not seen them throw the ball much. We haven't seen them throw it at all, for that matter. So we'll see what they do in the second half. But York's going to get the football when we come back. We're going to take a timeout now and to thank our folks from Old Ben Franklin Ford for our halftime stats, and then we'll be back in just a few minutes for the start of the second half. Don't go anywhere. We're ready to get underway here in just a moment. York leading 14-0. If you just tuned in, the Dragons have been able to shut down the Indians' offense altogether, only allowing 35 yards in the first half. So we'll see what the Indians try to do in the second half, what Coach Tony Lambert does with his team to get them rolling offensively. Actually, they had one good drive, and they coughed it up on that one, had a big fumble, and York come away with it. York, meanwhile, has driven the ball pretty well. They've handled the ball well, only had one turnover, an interception. But very well, thrown the ball very well tonight as well as running the ball. So we'll see what the second half holds for us here. And welcome to football here on WDEB. Well, I forgot to tell you, I'm Gary Clark, by the way. I guess I can say it now. Witness protection plan runs out at like 8 o'clock. So anyway, folks, we're set for the second half to get underway. York and Oneida. It's homecoming 2017. And it's been a good homecoming for the Dragons who are starting, as they have looked really good here in this ball game, and they are now getting ready to start the second half, and they will get the football to start the second half. So that's going to be big as well, as they passed that on the first half, and they are now going to get the football to start the second half and up by 2 touchdowns. So York got to be ready, though. You never know about Oneida. They could come out with something, maybe an onside kick or something, see if they can get their stuff started, as they've got Rimke Chitwood is going to be kicking it off. Rimke Chitwood will be kicking it off, and York set for the second half. Here we go, folks. York on top, 14-0. The official sets the ball on the tee, or the kicker sets the ball on the tee, and the official, he is going to give the signal here in just a second. Just a second. All the drama of this guy. Now, here we go. They're going to kick the ball away as the Indians and the Dragons. Second half of this homecoming 2017 game for the Dragons, and York on top 14-0. Oneida going to kick it away. Chitwood will come up on the ball, and he will kick it. It's going to be a line driver. It's going to take a big hop to the return man for the Dragons. And he gets past the first one, and that's Rexroth. Spins up to the 26 before he's dropped. So York will have pretty decent field position as we get set for the second half to get underway. York's moved the ball well at times. They've turned it over on downs a couple of times, and they've also had one interception, while the Indians, they've struggled. They have not been able to do anything. They've got a couple of first downs in that first half is all they got. 35 total yards, so they've struggled a bit. And we'll see if the Dragons can continue this defensive domination here in the second half. But first, we'll see what they can do on offense. They'd love to go down, punch one in, go up 3 scores before the Indians ever get the ball back. York will punch it in with just a little bit of time left in that first half. And now it'll be Landrick Lefevue under center. Got a man in motion. He's going to give it off to Rexroth. Rexroth trying to bounce outside, does. Gets up to the 30, up to the 34, and he is rocked there. And number 2, he is a sticker, folks. Aaron Boland come up and laid a belt on Rexroth, but not before he got a great big chunk of the yardage they need, and he picks up a total of 8 on the carry. Going to be 2nd and 2 now for the Dragons. York on top, 14-0. Good way to start the second half. Rexroth with a good carry. York would love to be able to just take it and push it up the field. 2 touchdowns, go up by 3 to just be able to run it and run this clock down, because they did a great job in that first half. Kept it for 16 minutes. And this is going to be handed off to Probst. Probst goes inside, and he is chopped down, and he's going to be just short of the first down, so he got one of the 2 they need. Going to bring up a 3rd down and about a yard. Good job by the Indians that time to cut him under and trip him up on that one. And now we got official timeout. They're going to bring it out and check it. They're going to see. Yeah, they're going to measure it. I didn't think it was that close. It looks like he's about, from where they've got him marked, it looks like he's about half a yard short, but must be closer than what I can see. I'm going to say he's going to be a little bit short, though, as it looks like they tripped him up before he got to. I thought he had to get to the 36-yard line. He got just shy of the 36 as they all stretched the chains, and, well, he's not a half a football down away from it, so he's a lot closer than I thought, but it's going to be about a half a football length for the Indians. Going to bring up a 3rd down and about a half a football. So York very close to a first down here. York would love just get this, just keep marching down the field, take time off the clock. You're up by 2 touchdowns. The clock is your friend, folks. You love the clock. You'd even send him a birthday card at this point. As now coming up will be Lefevue bringing his squad up. He's got Dawson Threet in the backfield. And up will come the Dragons. One under center will be Lefevue. Lefevue going to take the snap. Hand it off to Rexroth, coming over the left side again. Rexroth's got the first down and more. He's going to bang it up to about the 39-yard line. Pick up of 3 is good enough for the first down, and that's what the Dragons want, to keep them chains moving. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep those chains moving. It's going to be a first down for the Dragons. And we've got down to the 10:45 point of quarter number 3 as we're in the second half of this one. And very quick ball game. This is going very quick because neither team putting a lot of scores on the board. Both teams running the football pretty much all night. Lefevue under center now. We'll roll it out this time. He's going to pitch it out to Probst. Probst up over the 40 to about the 43 before he's shoved out of bounds. So Probst is going to pick maybe 4 on the carry. Going to make it 2nd and 6. As it's going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Dragons. Of course, this is homecoming. If you check out the video, you'll see the homecoming parade. We actually showed that live today on CPTV. I hope everybody enjoyed that live coverage of that. And York continuing the festivities here tonight as they're rolling in this ball game right now. This time they will take it and they'll pitch it out to Probst to the right side. Probst will cut back inside, straight ahead, up to midfield, and he's going to have another first down for the Dragons. Probst gets to midfield, and we will have a 1st and 10 Dragons as they just have the nose of the football at the 50-yard line. Another good run by Ethan Probst, and they're doing a lot of this option here at the moment as they're pitching at the last second. Lefty's keeping it, and then he'll pitch it at the last second, and Probst has got a head of steam. And I'll just tell you, folks, if you've not seen Ethan Probst, you don't want to be in front of him when he's got a head of steam because he is going to knock you out. As he'll come back up now, and so will the Dragons. This time they're going to give it up the middle to Cooper, and Cooper just going to go straight ahead, just hard-nosed running by the coal train. No, actually, that was Threet. Threet with the carry, I'm sorry. So Dawson able to creak his way through there. I did it again. I said I was going to have to do it once this season, but I've done it twice down this game. Good run by Dawson Threet, though, as he picks up about 4 on the carry. Going to make it 2nd and 6. 9.5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. And the Dragons with a 14-0 lead in this one. It'll be Lefevue under center. Lefevue takes the snap, hands it up to Cooper, and this time Cooper going ahead gets up to the 45, and he is drugged back. Good job by the Indians. Yeah, somebody just got a whole lot of jersey and brought him back. That's some strength there by the Indians' middle line, as that's number 53, I believe, on the that's Dakota Chambers on the tackle. He just grabbed a hold of Cole Cooper's shirt and said, "Whoa, doggy," and pulled him backwards. Now it's 3rd and 5 for the Dragons, and Dawson Threet will check back in. Cooper and Threet been alternating, really banging it up the middle when they get the football, getting some good yardage. Now this is where York likes to run that option pitch to Probst. Here, we'll see what they do. As it will be in motion now. Rexroth, they're going to pitch it to Rexroth. Rexroth's going to try to bounce outside. Down tries to get back inside, does, spins, and he is going to be dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Good D by the Indians as they were able to shut that down. And number 45, Johnny Manus, come up and dropped him. Good defense by the Indians as they were expecting that cutback by Rexroth. When he did, Johnny Manus was waiting on him. Now we got Miller and Johnson coming into the ball game for York. Make it Trevor Threet and Johnson in. And it's going to be 4th and 5 for York, and they're going to go for it at their own, or at the Indians' 45-yard line. This is going to be big for Oneida. Oneida really needs to stop here. As York going to take a quick snap, and Lefty's going to keep it himself. He goes straight ahead, and he's going to have really close to the first down. They're going to mark him at about the 38-yard line, and that's just enough for a first down. Stevie Wonder would say that's just enough for the city on that one as he gets it up for the first down. And a good run by Lefevue on the keeper. That was a quarterback keeper all the way as Lefevue went right up the middle and picked up 6 when he needed 5. So the Dragons now have it 1st and 10, and more importantly, they keep that drive alive and keep that clock a-ticking. And now it's down to 7:35 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. York with the football. It's going to be Lefevue got a man in motion, going to hand it off to Cooper, and that ball's on the ground, and the Indians come up with it. Lefevue handed it off to Cooper. He never got a handle on it, and one of the Indians was right there, and York with their 2nd turnover. York now with a fumble and interception, as coming up with that one was number 51, Creighton May, fell on it, as that time the Coal Train never had a chance to get a hold of that one, as he is handed to him, and he dropped that one. Nobody got a good hand on that one at all. A busted play, and the Indians come up with a stop, one they desperately need him. Now we'll see if that can get their offense started. Went's going to bring his unit up, and he's going to be in the shotgun this time as the Indians going to do a little spread now. Got a man in motion in number 45. He'll come over to the left side, and they're going to hand it off, and fullback got to be dropped right there. Good job by the Dragons. As coming up knocking him down was Cole Cooper, and then Josiah Hiddings put a whack on him on the end of it. And the Indians, once again, their run game is just not there. York has been studying tapes very well this week. They know just exactly what Oneida's going to do, as they've been able to stop this Oneida run game all night long. Going to be 2nd now and 10 for the Indians. As the back under center now will go West. West going to hand it off to the second man through, and that's going to go for about maybe 2 yards before York stacks it up. Coming out on the bottom there for the Dragons is Josiah hitting the jackhammer once again. Able to stop that one after about a 2-yard gain, so it's 3rd and long again for the Indians. Still, we've yet to see the Indians throw the ball. We've seen them try to at the end of the first half, and they got leveled as they got sacked. The quarterback West got sacked way back on that one, so they have just been mainly a run team. They've been only a run team. They've not thrown the ball at all tonight. So it will be now 3rd and 8 for the Indians. They go into the shotgun. West back in the shotgun. York showing blitz. And now we're going to have a timeout called by Oneida. Timeout on the field with 5:59 to go in the 3rd. It is York 14, Oneida nothing.
Speed limit 55. Right turn only. Exit here. With some signs, it's clear what you're supposed to do. But heart attack warning signs aren't always this obvious. They can feel like arm pain, nausea, dizziness, shortness of breath, fatigue. If you experience the warning signs, call 911 and know that at Tenova Healthcare, we're here to help when you need us.
Back here where York has shut down the Oneida Indians, they take a timeout. They've got it 3rd and long. Hey, forgot to mention this earlier tonight. Thanks to Phil Paul at Hall's Family Pharmacy for checkerboarding the end zone on both ends. Looks really good in the purple and gold. Now, Philip, you only got one more game to do that for. That's senior night's coming up next week. We ain't putting no pressure on him at all. It's going to be Oneida now with a 3rd and 8, as the Indians will have West drop back in the shotgun again. Coach Lambert had to call a timeout. He was not happy with that. As the Indians now step back there. West waiting on the snap. Got one man to his right. Takes the snap. He's rolling out. Rolling. Being dropped by the jackhammer. As Josiah Heading able to run him down and drop him for about a 6-yard loss. And Josiah was there so quick, I think he may have hit him before he got out of his lunch break this afternoon. As that one was dropped quickly, Josiah got in on him in a heartbeat, and the Indians go 1-2-3 kick, which has been their forte here tonight. After the turnover by York, no damage on that, but now the Dragons will get it right back. And last time got a great punt out of Morgan. He drove the Dragons all the way back to the 10-yard line. Now Morgan will step up and get this one off. This one's going to be a boomer. It comes down at about the 28-yard line. Rexrode will take it. Rexrode trying to bounce outside. Can't get outside. Now he does, and he's going to be brought down the 41-yard line. Good field position for the Dragons, as they have won the field position battle all night long. And now it's going to be Dragons 1st and 10 to 41, and now the Dragons need to make sure they hang on to the football. As we got... as we've got what should be first down and a 1st and 10 for the Dragons at their own 41-yard line. And it will be York bringing it up. Under center goes Lefevue. Lefevue got a man in motion, going to hand it to that man in motion, and that is number 17. That is Johnson, and Johnson going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's one of the few negative gains for the Dragons, as he gets caught 1 yard deep. Good defense by the Indians. The Indians playing decent defense. It's not like they've been just ran over. They have given York a tough night of it, but York has just been able to handle the defense, while the Indians just have nothing going for them. Their offense, their run game has been stymied. They haven't been able to throw the ball, and we're down to 4:35 left to go in the 3rd. And I would venture to say that they are barely at 37, 40 yards for the entire game. Now Lefty going to step back, quick throw out to Lathan Drake. He'll try to make a move, and he's going to get hit and driven back. But Lathan's going to get a lot of it back, going to make it short, 3rd and short for the Dragons, as he gets back about 8 of it and going to make it 3rd down and 7, or 3rd down and 3. Good quick throw by Lefevue on the little slant from Lathan Drake. He just made the slant across the middle, got the catch, and then he got hit. But that's what you can expect when you're going across the middle, folks. You're going to get somebody going to come up and lay some wood on you, so you got to be ready for it. And now the Dragons will come up with 3:51 left to go, and it's 3rd down and 3. York showing that wing T formation again. Got a man in motion. They'll fake it. Hand it off up the middle. Straight ahead goes Probst. Probst has got some runner. Who gets outside? Probst is headed down the sideline. One man to beat. He does. And he is in for, hey, this is for you, Daniel Bilbrey, a touchdown, Dragons. Daniel last week showing everybody how I do the touchdown Dragons. So that one was for him as Probst goes the distance. And now the Dragons take a 3-touchdown lead, 20-0, as that was a great run by Probst. He took it up the middle, bounced to the outside, and had one man to beat. And even if he had to cut up to him, I don't think he could have brought Probst down. As York goes now for the extra point to try to make this a 3-possession ball game. York will have back now West kicking, and West puts it up, and West right down the middle. It's 3:30 to go in the 3rd. York now leads it 21-0.
At MetaThrift Pharmacy, most of our prescriptions are picked up in the store or at our convenient drive-thru. Hello, I'm Rayla Vaughn, and if you're not able to get to the pharmacy, it would be our pleasure to provide free delivery directly to your home or business. If you can't make it to us, we'll come to you. It's just one more way to provide you with the best service possible at MetaThrift Pharmacy, 346 West Central Avenue.
A great big thank you to MetaThrift Pharmacy for the big concert they held last night. That was a great show with Kristen Kelly and Paul Stanley, and Josiah Heading actually playing in that as well. So that was a big concert, big bonfire last night. Had a great turnout for the bonfire and concert. So now it's going to be York kicking it away, and the Dragons have taken a 21-0 lead. And for the Indians, that's a big, big score for York, as the Indians have been unable to move the football whatsoever. And this time it looks like it's going to be Johan West kicking it off. So the Indians are right back on the end line, but it's not Probst kicking off. So West, good kicker, but he doesn't kick that deep. As Johan going to get ready. And here we go. Johan going to come up on the ball. Johan's going to kick this one. It's going to be brought down at about the 15, taken by the back man. He's coming up the left side, cuts back inside, still on his feet, rumbles, stumbles, and bumbles all the way up to the 35-yard line, 1st and 10 Indians. And now you have to think the Indians are in a must-score situation, because right now they have not been able to move the football. They've got to get something going here, because York has just been taking it, running the clock out, and the Indians, with 3:21 left to go in the 3rd, you hate to say it's desperation time, but it kind of feels that way for the Indians. York, meanwhile, another stop here, and they get the football right back. If they can go up 4 scores, it's going to be almost insurmountable for the Indians. As West will bring his unit, got 2-man backfield. West gets the snap. He'll roll out, rolling. He's going to dump off the little screen. That's going to be incomplete. Through the hands of his big tight end, and that's going to be incomplete. That wouldn't have went anywhere either, because York's number 11, Lefevue, was just sitting there waiting on that one. Had the big tight end been able to bring it down, he probably would have got whacked right at the point of reception. 3:15 left to go, and that will stop the clock, because that's the first pass of the night by the Indians, and it was incomplete. So we'll see what they come up with now as they have it 2nd and 10. And back in the shotgun, we'll go West. West takes the snap, and he's going to hand it off to the back man, and he's going to go straight ahead, and he's going to have a 1st down. That's going to be the first down of the 2nd half for the Indians, as the delayed handoff gets about 11. And that was Roberts on the carry. Tailback Roberts on the delayed handoff. And now Lefevue's going to come out. He is limping, and that is something you don't want to see, because he is your starting quarterback. And he is limping on that right leg badly. So we'll see what that means for the Dragons. As now they're going to hand it off. That tailback once again, he gets to the outside. He makes a cut back inside. He's going to pick up another 10 yards. Good run by Roberts, as Roberts with back-to-back 1st downs, and the Indians with back-to-back 1st downs. Now, as that's the first time tonight they've had back-to-back 1st downs. They did not have a 1st down in the 1st half, and they've got 2 here in this one. So Oneida starting to move the football now. Trailing 21-0. They're kind of in desperation mode. First time they've been in York territory as they're at the 44. This one's going to be handed off right in the middle, and that's going to be pulling straight ahead to big fullback. And that is Hacker, I believe, on the carry. And Hacker gets about 5 on the carry, so it's going to be second and a nickel. Be able to do early would be able to move the ball, but the Dragons defense has just absolutely stymied them here tonight. And now York will come up as the Indians will hand it off up the middle again. Ooh, he was met right at the line of scrimmage. Great D by the Dragons as coming up and beating him on that one. I'm trying to see who it was. That was 24 Cole Cooper coming up and knocking him down. He picked up maybe a half of a yard, so that's going to bring up, should be third down and now 4 for the first down. No, going to be third and 6, I should say. Gosh, I'm going to have to get my eyes checked. That's really third and 6 coming up for the Indians. They got one-man backfield. And West going to roll out. West looking, trying to throw. Now he gets out. He throws it upfield, and that's knocked down by the Dragons. Good D by the Dragons as they knock it down, and that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Indians. And you have to wonder now if the Indians aren't in 4-down territory because they have a 4th and about 6 from here, but they're trailing 21-0, and we've only got a $1:33 left to go here in the third quarter. And the Indians will bring in some new players, and it will be West. We'll see if he goes back in the shotgun again. No, he's going to get up under center. The Indians going for it, 4th and 6. Big play for the Dragons here. As they'll roll out. Oh, no, he's going to be sacked from behind. He loses the football. Did York come up with it? I think they're going to say he was on the ground. Cole Cooper come from the outside and just leveled West back at the 48-yard line. West is probably asking what the license plate was. He got hit by a truck on that one because the coal train come from behind and leveled him. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Dragons as they get the ball right back. The Indians just really struggling tonight. I'm sure this is not what they expected when they come over here with 86 seconds to go in the third quarter, being down 21-0, and probably with less than 40 yards of total offense on the night. We'll see in here in a few minutes what their actual totals are, but I'm saying they're going to be close to about 40 yards total offense. Now York's going to hand it off this time. It's going to be make that Johnson spinning all the way up to the 45-yard line of Oneida. Gets about 6 on the carry. And it's good to see Lefeville out there. Still a little gimpy on that leg, though. Now, next week, it's Upperman coming here, and it's going to be senior night at the Dragon Pit. Upperman, our last home game of the year. So if you haven't got out to see the Dragons this year, folks, next week may be your last opportunity. So you're going to have to get out here and watch this game next week, as it will be senior night for the Dragons. They got some good seniors playing maybe their last game at York, barring playoffs. So we'll see what they have yet to do. As now coming up, York in motion. They're going to fake the handoff. It's going to be a keeper by Lefeville. Lefeville puts a stiff arm on and gets out, and he dives up to the 38-yard line. Good job by Lefeville. He should have been hitting the backfield, should have been stopping the backfield, but a great stiff arm. Going to give him enough for the first down, and the Dragons go 1st and 10. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line with 31 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Lefeville ran out of bounds. And the Oneida Indians had come into this one 5-0, the number 8 ranked team in the state, but they have not looked like that tonight as York has just stopped them on offense. The Dragons come up now. Lefeville. Manny Moses. Lefeville drops the football. He's going to have to fall on it back at the 40. And the Dragons almost another turnover there as Lefeville didn't have a good handle on the football. It goes to the ground. That's probably going to be the last play of the third quarter. I don't think York will try to snap it again. We're down to 5 seconds. They're just going to make their way over here. So in the 3, it's York 21.
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
Whether you're competing on the athletic field or working hard in the classroom, remember you have the support of First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. We're behind you 100% of the way. Good luck to all the area teams. Play tough and play fair. And remember, when it comes to helping you with your banking needs, we're First Volunteer Bank, the bank with personality. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And now over and over, it's First Volunteer for you.
Final frame of this one, and York leads it 21-0. And we said York would only had allowed maybe less than 40 yards, less than 50. Oneida has a total 9 yards as York going to send it right up the middle, and that one's going to be pushed back as York gets maybe a yard out of it. And that was Lefew on the keeper. Now, as far as this through 3 quarters, Oneida has 23 plays for only 49 yards, while York has 43 for 215. That's rushing, I should say, and that is Oneida's total as well, 25-49. They threw 1 pass, or 2 passes, both of them incomplete. And York, meanwhile, is 52 plays for 284. York has had it 23-42 to 12-18 for the Indians as far as time of possession. York now with a 3rd and about 12. Now they lose some yardage on that one. And this time they're going to hand it off over the right side. Probst's going to cut back inside. Still on his feet. What an athletic play by Probst. He's still on his feet. Pushing. And he's going to get down close to a first down as they're going to mark him right about the 31-yard line. And that time Probst was hit. Looked like he was going to go down. Was able to keep his balance, spin, and get some more yardage. So big pickup by Probst. And it's going to be 4th and short now for the Dragons. And York has not punted all night. I don't see him punting here. And if they can keep this drive alive as we're down to 10:40 and punch it in, that's pretty much going to do it for the Indians. As the Indians just look absolutely shell-shocked out here. Their defense, though, has been on the field for a long time, folks. They have been, as I said, York's time of possession through 3 quarters is 23-42 to 12-18, almost double the time of possession for York. In the backfield now is 3. They're going to hand it off to Probst, right side. Probst still looking for some room, and I don't think he's going to get it. He's going to be stopped right about the 30-yard line, so he's going to be short, and the Indians are going to have the football back on the downs as York turns it over on downs, and the Indians have it 1st and 10 going the other way. Well, we talked earlier, folks, about desperation. Now desperation turns into extreme desperation for the Indians with this possession. They've really got to do something. Trailing by 3 touchdowns and only 10 minutes to play. But they're going to drop their first game of the year. As Oneida come in this one 5-0. They were the number 8 ranked team in the state in Class AA. But they have run into a very fired up York team on homecoming. And here come the Indians now. With 10:14 left to play, West will go under center. 1st and 10. At the York 30-yard line. York showing blitz. They'll come after West. West trying to get away. West running for his life. Now going to throw it downfield. Got almost picked off. What a diving play. Knock it down. Great play that time by, I believe that was Cole Cooper again. Cole Cooper. He had an outstanding interception last week. One of the most athletic interceptions I've ever seen, folks, as he came up with a big play last week and got an interception. Diving back, Mincy's momentum and made an interception. So he is an athlete. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Indians, and they've yet to complete a pass. They come up with a 2-man backfield. They'll take the snap, hand it to the back man, then he gets through the first line. He's got some running room. He's up on 30, 40, and he's going to be brought down the 44-yard line before he's ridden down that time by Murdoch, as Murdoch able to come up and knock him down. Andrew Murdoch with the stop. Murdoch drags him down from behind, and now that's going to be a 1st down for the Indians. And now they've got a little over 50 yards as far as yardage so far. They've got to make them about 59, 60 yards maybe. As the Indians come up, they'll take the snap, hand it to the big fullback. He goes straight ahead, and that's going to be a yard before he is driven back unceremoniously, met by Cole Cooper, and then thrown back by the rest of the Dragons as Josiah Headings and also the Dragons' number 77, Thomas Cooper, in there to throw him back after he gets about a half a yard. The Indians still running the football, 9:39. Down 3 touchdowns. You're going to have to come up with something besides a half-yard gain. And they're taking a lot of time back in the huddle as well. So the Indians almost act as if they're playing this one just to get ready for next week. I think they said they had, I forget who they said they had next week, but they've got, I think, a road game next week. Now back goes the quarterback. He's going to throw one deep. York's got a man out there playing center field, and that one's just going to drop as York had back there Rexroad running stride for stride with the receiver, and that one was just underthrown. Rexroad almost come back and made the play on it. That's going to make it 3rd down and 9 yards. 3rd and 9 for the Indians. As York has just shut down Oneida. I'm sure they did not expect York to come in here and be able to just dominate them at the line of scrimmage, and that's what they've done. Oneida has some big kids, folks. I mean, this is a big lineup they've got on their front line. They've got a huge front line, but York's just dominated here tonight. Now back in the shotgun goes West. West heading now they're going to send Cooper, and they hand it off up the middle, and that's going to be a flag before the play, and that's going to be a delay of game by the Indians. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 14 and a half. The Indians going to try that little delay handoff again, and they waited too long to get the snap off. So that means you wasted over 30 seconds getting that snap off, folks. So that's something the Indians don't have a luxury of, is a lot of time, as we're down to 9:08 left to go in the ball game. York on top now, 21-0. And it will be the Indians back in the shotgun. West back in the shotgun. Had a good night throwing the football. He gets the snap in. Here comes the Dragons. A big rush. They're going to throw one deep. York's got a man out there, but that's incomplete. As York had him running stride for stride again. That was West running stride for stride with the receiver, and then dropping back was Lathan Drake. That's going to be 4th and 15 now for the Dragons, or for the Indians, I should say. So 4th and 15 for the Indians, and they will punt it away. As we will see coming back into the ball game will be Morgan. Morgan's had a couple of big punts tonight. York leading 21-0. We're down to 9:08 left to go in the quarter. Snap back, low snap, and Morgan bobbles it a bit. York didn't have a rush on him. They might have been able to do something. And he gets a boomer off all the way down the 20-yard line where Rexroad gets it. He gets away with one step, stiff arms another, now cuts back inside and gets up to the 25, 26-yard line. That was a 6-yard return that should have been nothing, as the Indians were right there for the stop, but Rexroad able to get away from him and get a big return. York now with 8:55 takes the ball, and they will move it up the field again. York, a good long drive here could just about seal the deal as far as the time, but actually, I'm just going to tell you, folks, it's almost this game's almost out of reach now for the Indians unless they can come up with some big plays, because they have not been able to stop York. York's had a couple of turnovers that stopped them. They've had a couple of stops on 4th downs, but the Dragons have chewed up the clock all night long, and they're coming back out now looking to chew it up and wrap it up. Got a man in motion. They're going to give it, no, it's going to be Lefevue on the keeper around the right side up over the 30 to the 32. Pickup of about 4 on the carry. Going to make it 2nd and 6. Next week, it's our final home game of the regular season. The Upperman Bees come to town. The Dragons owe the Bees one, folks. Last year, the Dragons favored in that game and come up short. They owe the Bees one, and the Dragons are going to look to get a big win in the region. A win in the region next week, and York's pretty much punched their clock for the playoffs. That's all you need. You only need 2 wins. And York right now 1-1. Their own lone loss to Smith County. They've beaten Grundy County. Still got Sequatchie, Upperman, and Smith, or not Smith, but Cannon to play. This time it'll be Lefevue again keeping. Gets up to 35. I think that may have been a busted play, but Lefevue able to get some yardage on it. Going to make it a 3rd down and about 2 for the 1st down. So Lefevue got some good yardage on what looked to be a busted play. And now the Dragons just look happy to run the clock out. They're just taking their sweet time. They're letting it run down. They'll wait for the back judge to throw that arm up and get down to 5 seconds before they snap it. And Lefevue just waiting. No, he's going to step up in under, and now they're going to take the snap quickly. They're going to hand it off up the middle. No, Lefevue going to keep it again. Lefevue going to push it over to the outside. He's going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. I don't think that's enough for the 1st down. So that could bring up 4th and short for the Dragons. So we'll see what they decide. Nope, they got enough for the first down. Just enough for the first down. I didn't think they had spotted it well enough for the first down, but they did. So York's got it 1st and 10 now at the 38-yard line. York with a 1st and 10. 7:32 left to go in the ball game, and York now just running the clock down. They lead it 21-0, and definitely in command of this one. I said 27-21 would be the victory margin earlier today, but it looks like York's going to see the Indians put up that kind of numbers. Now here comes Probst right in the middle. Probst runs over one, runs over another. He's into Indian territory all the way down to the 43-yard line, and the Indians, a couple of them went for the ride on that one, but just hard to bring Ethan Probst down. He is the beast, folks, and that's why we call him the beast. He can take it hard right up the middle and just carry people and run over people. And that's what he did for another first down for the Dragons at the 43-yard line. 7:20 left to go here in this ball game. Now, I should mention, I talked with the Oneida press earlier, and they said that Oneida has already made their way into the playoffs. They only had to win one game to get in the playoffs, so they're already in. And but they are actually a 2A team. York a 3A team. As now left, you will wait for that official to raise that hand. We'll step under center, take the snap, hand it off to, looks like going over the right side. That is the Dragons' Thomas Miller on the carry. Miller's going to get a good carry on the first one. He'll pick up about 5 yards, make it 2nd and a nickel. York with a 2nd down and 5. So 2nd and 5 as Probst will come back in. Out will come Miller. A big night for the Dragons. Great homecoming performance by York as this game, we're not even to 8 o'clock, and this game's almost over. We're down to 6 minutes left to go in it, folks. So this one going quick tonight. York waiting. They see the hand come up. Now they'll step in, take the snap. Hand it off up the middle to Cooper. Cooper going to break a tackle. Cooper still on his feet, and he's going to pay dirt. Touchdown, Dragons! A 39-yard run by the Coal Train, and Cole Cooper with the run, and the Dragons take a 27-0 lead, and that might shut the door, folks. So the Dragons looking at a homecoming victory as they have just dominated the Indians here tonight. 6:04 left to go here in the ball game, and York up now 27-0, looking to go 28-0 if they can get the extra point, as it will be West to kick it. West is up. West is good with 6 minutes and 4 ticks left to go. York leads it 28-0.
It's time to get out and support our local teams. Hall Family Pharmacy has all the gear you need to cheer on your favorite team. Our Jamestown store has the purple and yellow for York, and our Clark Range store is stocked up with the blue and gold for Clark Range. Oh yeah, there's plenty of orange from Volunteer Traditions and Give Her 6 at both locations to cheer on the Vols. We are proud of our sports families at each school. It's fun and healthy to take pride in our state and our community, and we have all the equipment you need to look good and have a good time. Hall Family Pharmacy. Our family, your health.
Well, the York Dragons now up 28-0 with 6:04 left to go, and if I said the term domination, it would be a mild understatement here, as York just has totally dominated this ball game tonight. The Indians, you can tell by their posture out there now, they know this one's over. They're just going through the motions for this last 6 minutes. York will kick it away. And this one, a line drive, going to hit and taken at the 10-yard line by the back guy. Man, he'll get through the first line. He's tripped up, and he goes down at the 34-yard line. Good coverage by York. Good return by the Indians, number 22 on the return. That was Colby Morgan, the kicker, returning that one. So now the Indians have it, and they've got 5 minutes and 58 seconds to do something with it. And they have really struggled to do anything with it tonight. They have not been able to get anything done, as York will try to keep them shut out here. York pitching the shutout. And the Indians probably with about 60 yards of total offense tonight. Just have been dominating for the number 8 team in the state. This is really going to be a shock for them coming in here at York Instant, especially being the homecoming team. And now the Indians will take the snap. They'll hand it to the back guy. He gets through one, and he gets through the arm tackle, fights forward. That's just good hard running there by number 20 as he just lowered his shoulder. That's Colby Boyett, and Boyett just got about 8 yards on just sheer Boyett as he just ran through some people. He carried a couple of guys a yard or two. Actually got hit in the backfield, but broke the arm tackle and just pushed straight ahead for an 8-yard gain. 5.5 minutes left to go here in this one, and the Indians with a 2nd and 2. And Boyett, I wonder where he was at earlier tonight, as he had a good run on that one. And this one, they're going to pitch it to Boyett, and Boyett's going to be chased to the outside. Boyett's going to cut back inside, going to be dropped for a loss. And that may be where he was at as York trips him up. Good job there by the Dragons. Number 12, Cameron Gibson coming up making a stop. Bring up 3rd and 4 for the Indians. Down to a nickel left to go. 5 minutes left in this one. And this one's going to get over very, very early tonight, it looks like, as the Dragons in command of this one. York looking very, very good at this point. And, well, actually, this one pretty much out of reach, I should say, as York trying just to wrap it up now and keep the Indians from getting a first down here. Snap, they'll hand it to the first guy through, and he is tripped up. He's not going to get the first down. Going to be about a yard short. Good D by the Dragons. As that time, right up the middle, Hacker just went straight ahead and was tripped up and dropped. So he gets about 2 yards, needed 3, though. And York going to have the football. Or now it's going to be 4th and 1 for the Indians. They're going to go for it at York's 44-yard line. York bunching the line of scrimmage. They're going to hand it off to Hacker, and Hacker goes straight ahead. He's got it. He gets up over the 45 to about the 46. Hacker just straight ahead running on that one. And he'll get the first down, and they'll move the chains, and then the clock will start again. York doesn't care about giving up the first down maybe on that one. They just don't want to give up a score tonight. They've not pitched a shutout all year, and they'd love to do it here tonight, here, especially at homecoming. And so York will come back up now, and our Indians will come back up. They'll bring up. He'll bounce off one player, still on his feet, gets up to about the 48 of York, picks up 7 on the carry, and I believe that was Boyett again. Yeah, Boyett, number 20 on the carry. He's getting some yardage here late in the game. And it will be Indians ball. They're going to have it 2nd and about 4 on the first down, just inside Dragon territory. It will be bringing them up, will be West. West takes the snap, hands it to Hacker up the middle, and Hacker gets a yard before he is chopped down. As going through Josiah Headings come up and hacked him down from behind, took his legs out from under him, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4 for the first down again for the Indians. The Indians still having trouble moving the football. They've not got 100 yards in offense tonight. They have no yards through the air. Their pass game is just null and void. And that's something Coach Lambert going to have to really work on this next few weeks as they go down the stretch. They're going to play some good teams. They still got Coalfield to play, folks. And now the Indians go under center. It'll be handed off to the back man. Boyd's going to be wrapped up and brought down. Good D by the Dragons as Leffie wraps him up right about the line of scrimmage. And he's going to bring up a 4th down and 4, and the Indians going to have to go for it again. We're down to 2 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in this one, folks. This game's almost history, so it'll be over very, very quickly here tonight as we see the Dragons just slowly letting the clock run down, and the Indians not hurrying at all. They're not in any hurry. They know this game is out of reach. They're just trying to get some work in ready for next week as it's 4th and 4. West will take the snap. He will fake the handoff. He drops back, and he's going to get a big rush, gets it out there, and that one's going to be incomplete, just almost picked off. York almost come up with the interception as I believe that was number 28 for the Dragons, almost picked that one off as it bounced to the hands of the receiver, and Murdoch had it, just couldn't get it off the turf. York going to go to 3-2 on the season, as they're coming up with a big win here tonight on homecoming. This is what you want on homecoming. You want a big win on homecoming. That's what York's done. As now Oneida turns it over on downs on the incompletion, York will get it back. Actually, in better position they would have. They had got the interception, so York will come up, and with a $1:45, they may just do the victory kneel on this one. No, they're going to hand it off up the middle, straight ahead, losing the football, and Oneida may have come up with it. Oneida's going to come. There's the third turnover for York. That'll be something Coach will talk to them about this weekend and coming up on Monday, I'm sure. Can't do that with a team, good team. I know you're way out in front of this one, but you still got to work on holding that football. And now it's going to be Oneida with the football right at midfield and 100 seconds left to go in the ball game. And Oneida going to fall to 5-1 after coming over here to York tonight. The Indians will come up, though. They'll bring it up. It'll be West under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Boyd. Boyd cuts back inside. Boyd's still on his feet, trying to bounce outside. Does. But he's going to be hit, but gets away from it. Still on his feet. Gets down to about the 36-yard line before he's knocked down. He's going to pick up a first down. Good pursuit by the Dragons to come back and get him. He got away from him, and then they came back and made the play. And the Dragons now have a face mask penalty as well, so that's going to move it on down. The Indians looking to punch it in here. The York Dragons trying to keep the Indians out as they want to pitch the shutout here tonight. And don't forget, coming up at the end of the game, we'll have the Progressive postgame show as they mark off the yardage. This is going to be the best field position of the night for the Indians. They're going to have it right about the York 24-yard line. 1st and 10 Indians with 90 seconds to play. York would love to pitch a shutout here. But the Indians, York, more importantly, they're going to pick up the win regardless as they have York calls timeout. Timeout on the field with 1 minute 30 seconds to go. It's 28-0.
My husband Mark and I are huge fans of the DQ $5 lunch. It's a home meal
Plus a sundae.
for just $5. We each got chicken strips, fries, and a drink.
Plus a sundae.
Talk about a full tray.
Plus a sundae.
That's some sweet math.
Plus a
Sundae.
Yeah, a sundae. I say that a lot.
Got it.
Actually, it's not just math, it's Fanonomics. Come in for the DQ $5 lunch and get your choice of one of 3 entrees, fries, and a drink, plus a sundae, all for $5. Only at your DQ. This is fan food, not fast food. For a limited time only at participating locations, excludes taxes.
So now Oneida with the football, 90 seconds left to play. You're going to come away with a win here, but they wanted to pitch a shutout here as Oneida trying to get last score in before this game's over. Tries to out. Really had a tough night all the way around as they have not been able to handle York at all here tonight. And up will come the Indians. And this one going to be handed off up the middle. That's going nowhere as Hacker stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a no gain, and that's going to bring up second. As the Indians will have second and 10 to go. 1 minute left to go in this one. It'll be West. West handed off to Boyd. Boyd trying to bounce outside. Does. Breaks the tackle, and Boyd's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, Indians. Indians put a score on the board, a 22-yard run by Boyd, and Boyd makes it 28-6. But with 1 minute to go, really not anything for York other than the fact they didn't want to give up a touchdown. Now, they did want to try to keep them from being able to get that touchdown, but they could not. So the Indians with a big run there. And a 22-yard run by Boyd makes it 28-6 as they'll go for the extra point. No, they're going to go. Yeah, they're going to go for the extra point. They're going to kick it. 54.9 seconds left to go in this one. Snap is low. The kick is up. The kick is good with 54.9 seconds to go. It's now 29-7.
Ventures Farmers Co-op, happy to be a proud sponsor of York Dragon football. We wish you a winning season. Every game is a success when you have played your best. Ventures Farmers Co-op, bringing you quality products from feed, seed, and fertilizer to automotive, to animal health and pet products, to gas, diesel, and propane, to clothing and boots for the family and the gift shop. All this and much more at Ventures Farmers Co-op, 1219 Old Highway 127 South, Jamestown. Go Dragons!
Well, this has been all York, and it has been a homecoming great night for York, to say the very, very least, as they have just dominated this ball game, and they lead it 28-7. Oneida able to get a last-ditch effort as far as a touchdown, but still really nothing they can do with it at this point, as the Dragons just dominating from the word go to the word whoa on this one. And York has never trailed in the ball game. It's never been tied since 0-0. So York just pretty much putting this one away and going to pick up a huge, huge win. As York will come up with their third win of the season, and they're going to knock off the number 8 team in the state in Oneida, and the kid going to go all the way down. Takes it all the way down to Rexroad. He'll return it from the 18. Rexroad cuts back inside, bounces off of one of his own players, still on his feet, bounces off another one of his players, gets up to the 42-yard line. 46.8 seconds to go. York's probably just going to kneel on it here and call it a night, as they are going to win here tonight big, as this was a huge win for the Dragons. Big bounce-back game after that tough loss to Smith County last week. This is a big game for York to get some redemption and pick up a huge win here tonight. York and Oneida. It's homecoming 2017. Don't get the homecoming dance going to come up. It's going to be a lot better dance now tonight as York wins this one here 28. Looks like it's going to be 28-7. I don't think York will really do much with it here, as Lefeview comes up with 46 seconds. They will hand it off to Probst. Probst trying to bounce outside does. He's going to dive ahead to midfield, maybe over midfield by about a half a yard. So it's going to be just short of the first down. York now just wants to stay in bounds. 2nd and 2 for the Dragons as they mark him out just on the other side of the 50-yard. So I guess he didn't get as far as I thought on that one. But York, it doesn't matter. Now the clock's going to start. We're down to 20 seconds. And I don't even know if York will have to snap it or not. They may not even snap the ball here. If they do, they're just going to kneel on it, and they may even take the penalty if York gets down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second, ball game. York wins homecoming 2017 by a final of 28-7. Huge win for the Dragons. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
As a former educator and now York County executive, J. Michael Cross is a proud sponsor of the York and Clark Range sports programs. His passion for the betterment of Fentress County, his vision and determination are all evident in his life. He has plans to see the people of Fentress County prosper by making wise use of every available resource. And J. Michael Cross has the wisdom to keep his ear tuned to the needs of the people. Dr. Allen at Jamestown Family Chiropractic has been providing chiropractic care for equestrians for many years. From injuries, skeletal misalignments to balance and posture, Dr. Allen knows that chiropractic care can improve the equestrian's overall wellness. Whether it's work or hobby, Jamestown Family Chiropractic can help you to establish and maintain a healthy, pain-free lifestyle. Call them today at 879-8931.
He's on the 30. He's on the 20. He's on the 10. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like football. The lights, the cheers of the crowd, and getting a chance to see our local athletes and kids give it all they've got. Come to a game. Support our local schools. Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, a better way to bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Online at ucfcu.org.
When it comes to a state representative, actions speak louder than words is Representative John Mark Wendell's motto. John Mark has been a majority floor leader, a member of the House Transportation, Agriculture, and Natural Resources Committees. Locally, he's been a leader in keeping state funding for York Institute, and if one of his constituents has a concern, then it's John Mark's too. So when it comes to state representatives, I guess actions do speak louder than words.
Well, it was a great night for the York Dragons. I said during the parade today I picked them 28-21. Almost got it right. Except Oneida just come up about 14 points short here tonight as York dominated this one from the word go to the word whoa. Welcome to the Progressive Postgame Show. Stick around. We'll take a look at stats from this one. We'll also talk with Coach Derwin Wright and look ahead to next week's Upperman game. That's going to be a huge one. That's a region game, and it'll be senior night. We'll take a look at all that coming up on the Progressive Postgame Show.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your number one fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And back here on the Progressive Postgame Show as York comes away with a huge win tonight as they win homecoming by a final of 28-7. Coach Derwin Wright making his way up here. We'll talk to him here in just a few moments on the Progressive Postgame Show. York dominated this one from the word go to the word whoa as they win it here tonight by a final of 28-7. They led 14-0 at halftime. And then pushed out to a 28-7 win. They did see Oneida score late in the ball game. Pretty much not a whole lot that they, as far as when Oneida was able to come away with that one. Joining me now, I got Coach Derwin Wright. And, Coach, what can you say? Your defense tonight just looked outstanding.
They came to play, and our secondary came to play. We challenged them at the beginning of the week, told them they were going to have to step up, learn the lockdown coverage, and just proud of those guys. I want to say we've had a tremendous amount of people in our community sponsor, do things. If I start mentioning, I'm not going to get it all, but I do want to thank Joy Bond Med Thrift for putting on a concert for us Thursday night. Philip Hall Pharmacy, they did our end zone. They come down. He took care of all that. And, it's a great community support. There's so many businesses. Darren Rudd done the ribs, and as always is good. And, we had Dairy Queen. We just had so many sponsors. Like I said, I shouldn't have named any, but if I start naming them, I know I'm going to miss them. But you guys know who you are, and we appreciate it. It was a wonderful homecoming. The weather was perfect today. Wonderful parade. The pep rally at school by our student body was one of the best that I've seen in a long time. And, I'm just proud of us finishing homecoming and finishing with the game. But it's just been a great week, and I just wanted to say that. Thanks to the community for everything they've done for us this week.
Coach, you look at the stats from tonight's game. Oneida ended up with 116 yards rushing, no passing yardage. You guys held them in check passing. They couldn't even get it. They didn't even have time to get the ball off. Josiah was right on top.
Yeah, look, two things responsible for that. Number one is we opened the deep packet up, blitz more, and decided, hey, we're not lighting it down. We got to bring some linebackers. We got to get some heat on it, and our guys responded. We had Landrick, Cole, Probst, Josiah, Dawson Threet, all those guys at one time or another. And we wouldn't bring their dogs, and we probably should have threw them in the mix a little more. But at one time, we had each and every one of those guys in that backfield getting in that quarterback's face. And, that's tough on a quarterback when you're trying to look downfield and then you're worried what's going to hit you in the front. So they mixed it up well, Coach Wheaton and the defensive staff. And, the kids just responded. I'm just proud for them. I told our seniors, this is it. This is their last homecoming, and then I told the underclassmen to play for our seniors, and they did. And I'm just proud of our team.
Coach, it wasn't a one-man show on the offense either. Everybody got in, contributed. Some big runs by Dawson, 3. Also, Probst had a big night. Rexroad had a good night. Lefeview had a good night running the ball.
He did. He had a good night running the ball. We put some veer stuff in because we knew what we had a pretty good idea of what we thought they might do to us. Obviously, going to crowd the box, slant in the direction of our motion. We can run a little speed option away from it, and the reverse to Miller, something we worked on about 10, 15 times this week. Thought, that might be a case where we got to use it, and we used it at a good time. Missed a fourth down conversion that we should have got. Our center struggled a little bit tonight, but once we got him blocking the right way and doing his job, boom, Probst goes for a touchdown on that counter, and things look good. But still got to improve in the passing game. We went to Lathan Drake a lot tonight, and really got to work on the right side too, because we got a senior receiver over there, Trevor Threed, and didn't get any ball, but it's like Trevor come over afterwards, and I said, hey, we didn't get you the ball tonight because of the way they was playing Drake, and he said, hey, Coach, it's all about winning the game, and that's what you want to hear from a senior. That's good leadership.
Okay, Coach, I'm going to do my best Debbie Downer imitation here. 3 turnovers.
Well, when your defense is playing, you can overcome some things like that. But when they're not, and when you're in a tight ball game and it's back and forth like the Smith County game, we had one more turnover than they did, and beat us. So, you gotta improve. The one Dawson Threed had there, he's 2 hands on the ball, and every now and then there's just going to be that perfect helmet on it, and that's what happened to him. To me, and I told him, I said, what you got to do there is get those shoulder pads down so that helmet don't get in there in your midsection. But got to fix that again. It's a great win for homecoming, but you're right, that's a negative. We got to fix that.
Coach, next week it's the Upperman Bees, and if there's one team that York owes one to, it's Upperman.
Well, I wouldn't put it like that, but we got behind the 8 ball with the Smith County game here at home, and 40-41, and those that were out here, they saw what a game it was. But again, that one more turnover than they had beat us, so we've got to come in the Upperman game knowing that we're going to have to play our best football and take care of the ball, and then we're going to have to open the offense up even more. So we're going to just I think Landry's growing every game. He's putting some passes on, and I'm putting more pressure on him than actually I should, because if you're watching, you see me throwing when I'm going to be throwing. I'll run a screen every now and then or a draw, but we've got to get the confidence and open it up, throw some on first down and second and short, and do some things like that just to keep the defense off balance. But I think he's at that point right now where we can start doing some things like that.
Coach, what do you know about Upperman? I know they like to come out, they like to throw it all on the field. They're not. They're kind of like a spread offense, kind of like Coalfield.
Well, they're a spread offense, but they throw a lot of quick bubble stuff. They spread you to run the ball and throw the passes that are handoffs. Take a few shots down the field to keep you honest, but we've seen that quite a few times this year, and we just got to come out with a good game plan and not have our kids confused on what we're doing, and do the job that I know our guys can do, and play some good football.
Coach, it's going to be the final home game of the regular season. It's hard to believe that it's his final home game, but it's also going to be senior night. You're going to honor some really good seniors.
Absolutely. We've got 13 seniors on this team, and we've got, and in those 13, there's 3, 4, 5 of those guys that are first-year seniors, and the one thing we need, that those juniors and sophomores out there thinking about playing football that didn't this year, you need to come out, because these guys are having some of the best time of their life, and I've had Cameron Gibson, Josiah Headings, Andrew Murdoch say, boy, Coach, we should have been out here the whole time. This is great. We're having a good time, and you hear so many kids as a coach later on say, well, Coach, I regret not playing, or I regret, quitting at one point or another. And, hopefully these guys will be a example to a lot of other kids in the school, because there's a lot of kids walking the halls that really need to be on the football team. And, a testament to Oneida right here. This is a school about 300 kids. 49 football players on the team. That means 50% of their males are out for football. You know, that's just awesome. You know, they actually he's got 49 dressed, but he said he had about 7 or 8 kids hurt. So, you know, we've got to get that back. Somebody said the other day that people were seeing us hit and everything. They were getting excited, and the Pee Wee football team was getting excited. Middle school football team was getting excited. And, you know, I can remember when my son Lance was a little boy looking up to Adam Woods and Dustin Garrett and Blakely Garrett and some of those guys. And then when Lance got to be and Dustin got to be seniors, I can remember those little guys coming, and I'd say, hey, Lance, Dustin, pat those boys, talk to them a little bit, because they're looking up to you like you guys used to look up to those older guys. So that's something, you know, just like Probst and Landrick and Heath and all those guys. You know, there's some young kid that's looking at them playing, and they're a role model for them, and we want them to be role models. And, you know, we just got to get that tradition going again.
And you couldn't pick better role models. These are great young men.
Yes, they are, and they're growing up. They're growing up every game, and, you know, no stupid penalties tonight. And we say, you pat on the back, you know. I'm going to run down Pat Dawson Threet and A.J. Johnson on the back and say thanks. But you know, they play hard. I can't fault them for that. But, you know, we're getting better. We're getting smarter. We're playing Dragon football, and that's where, you know, we want to hit you in the numbers and not in the back.
All right, well, Coach, we want to thank you for joining us, and I want to remind you that we'll be out on Tuesday this week to do the coaches show, and we'll have that coming up Tuesday night at 5:30. But thanks once again. Congratulations, and no better way to finish homecoming than
no better way. Hey, thanks to the 12th man tonight. Tremendous crowd tonight for the Dragons, and thank the public for everything you've done this week.
And that was Coach Derwin Wright, whose boys win here tonight 28-7. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back to take a look at some stats from this one and wrap it up here in just a minute on the Progressive Postgame Show.
Cheer this year for all our school teams and activities. Get behind our local schools. Join the parent-teachers group and help improve the quality of education. Sponsor school activities. Go to a ball game, hear a concert, reach higher. Progressive Savings Bank, insured by FDIC.
Everything we do, it's true. We do for you.
Well, the York Dragons win homecoming here tonight by a final of 28-7. A big win for the Dragons. Taking a look at some stats from this one. Let's take a look at the scoring first. York got their first score in the first quarter with 2:13 left to go. They got a run by Lefeville, a 3-yard run. The extra point was no good. It was 6-0. Then the second, Dawson Threet, a 3-yard run. Landrick Lefeville took it in for the 2-point conversion. It's 14-0. Then in the third, with 3:30 to go, York got Ethan Probst, a 52-yard run. Johan West, the kick was good. It was 21-0. Then York's Cole Cooper on a 38-yard run. The West kick was good, and it was 28-0. Then Oneida scored with 54 seconds to go. Colby Morgan, a 23-yard run as Chitwood the extra point, and it's 28-7 your final. York, a big homecoming win, and that's one they needed, folks, as they got a tough loss last week. That's all you can say is a tough loss last week, but they made up for it tonight, winning homecoming here against Oneida, and they got one more home game next week. We'll talk about that when we come back.
It's football time on the mountain. At Progressive Savings Bank, we know running your small business is a lot like coaching a team. You call the plays that drive your business towards success, and we're your #1 fan. After all, you provide the products, the services, and jobs that keep our local economy moving forward. We partner with small businesses to help you reach your financial goals with free business checking and flexible financing to help operate and grow your business with the right financial equipment to keep you in the game. This is Mark Justice wishing our York Dragons a successful football season. We are proud once again to sponsor Dragon First Downs. Progressive Savings Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Congratulations, the York Dragons. They win tonight 28-7 on homecoming. Next week, it's our final regular season home game could be the final season game for some of these York players. It'll be senior night, so come on out and support them as it could be their last home game of their careers. So be sure to turn out for that. We're hoping not. We're hoping we're going to have some home playoff games if all goes well. We'll keep our fingers crossed and hope York comes away with that. But a very big win here tonight by the Dragons, and congratulations for this homecoming win. A big thank you to our sponsors for our live broadcast tonight. They're Fentress Farmers Co-op, First Volunteer Bank, Dairy Queen of Jamestown, Mike Cross, Fentress County Executive State Representative John Mark Wendell, Hall's Family Pharmacy, Jamestown Family Chiropractic, Conditioned Heating and Cooling, Twin Lakes Telephone Cooperative, Mid-Thrift Pharmacy, Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union, Pizza Hut of Jamestown, Jamestown Regional Medical Center, Casey's Frontier Chevrolet, also State Representative Kelly Kiesling, State Senator Ken Yeager, our sponsors for our live broadcast of York football. And don't forget our halftime stats brought to you by Old Ben Franklin Ford and the Coach Derwin Ryan Sports Show, going to be brought to you this Tuesday. Make note that it's going to be Tuesday night at 5:30. We will have the Coach Derwin Ryan Sports Show brought to you by the good folks at the Union Bank. Normally it's seen on Monday nights at 5:30, but this week Tuesday at 5:30. And Friday Night Thunder coming up in about a little over an hour and a half. We'll have Dennis and the guys, as we'll have all the scores from the mid-state area. So York wins it here tonight in a big fashion as they win homecoming by a final of 28-7. Don't forget, next week it's Upperman and back to region play, our final regular season home game. So it will be senior night. They're going to honor the 13 seniors that play for the Dragons. So be sure to come out and support those guys as they could be playing their last home game ever. So be sure to come on out and support them next week. Until then, I want to thank Jordan Walker on camera one, way across the field over there. Until Friday night, when York hosts Upperman, I'm Gary Clark, and we'll see you at the game.